Check, check, check. Check, check. Check, check, check. Alright, mine is gonna go off. Let me just keep y'all going. Let me hear y'all again.
1 2 1 2. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Microphone check. 1. There we go. Hola, everybody.
Alright, so do me a favor. When you talk in the mic, you're gonna put it right in front of you and talk into it that way. Alright.
1 2 1 2 like that.
Yep, that's good. Alright, get my keys and stuff. Okay. And
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Power 410 Radio Show. Welcome to the Be More Loyal Soul Patrol Show. I am your host, Carter Chris White, and I have a special host in here with me tonight. We want to tell the city some good news. Introduce yourself.
What's going on, everybody? Presently known as Bandy with the Vibes on social media, and I just go by Bandy in general. So definitely great to be here. Met this good brother a few days ago. Giving back to the community. So definitely was nice to get invited on here today. Chop it up, have a conversation about a few things, my man.
So we gonna say that. You know how we do it, y'all. We gonna bring it in with prayer, and then we gonna let it flow. You hear me? So, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. Forever, Lord, have your way through the airways. Touch who need to be touched, Lord God. Inspire somebody, something that we say tonight. In Jesus' name we love you. Amen.
Amen.
So, Mr. Bandy, man,
Yes, sir.
I was out of a day just kicking the bobo, man, doing what I do, man. He had 2 tables out there full of snacks and stuff like that, man. I seen you pull up in your car. You tell them what you had.
Listen, everybody know me. Y'all know I move around and live on my own time. Been doing that for the past 8 years, and it's definitely been very beneficial as far as meeting new people and honestly how we was able to have this connection. So pulling up, delivering to somebody over there, saying then you had the lower man out there.
Yeah. 10 years old.
Having a 10-year-old out there on the block, man, giving back to the community. That's always a blessing because they say the kids is the future. So saying him out there, he was respectful, attentive, paying attention and all that.
That's right.
Man, that was definitely a blessing, my God.
So what did you see when you walked up the street?
Man, listen, you had food, food on multiple tables, and you told me about 2 refrigerators with the ribbon just being cut. I'm like, man, let me see that. You put a video out on your phone with multiple tables, my boy.
Like Cultural Arts Center.
Yeah, down at the Cultural Arts Center, man. He had so many tables, y'all, like with nothing but straight medicine, like all the good nutrients and stuff that our body really needs. Man, that was definitely dope to see right there. When I told you, I said I had to put this on the map. And we did it, my God.
Man, that's joint, I say 10,000. By the time we get up this show, it'll be 10,000 views, 10,000 people. That's 10,000 more bellies we can feed.
Yeah, look, we going for it. Let's go. Let's go past that.
100,000.
100,000.
We want to feed in all races, man. We want to feed anybody who is in need, man. Mm-hmm. I know they talking about the president who great take the food stamps and he about to cut this and cut that. Listen, our God created all that. So you don't have to worry about what man take away from you because God gonna replace it with something usable. And he gonna use his people, the ones that give him a real yes, because that's what I had to do. I had to give God a real yes and not be playing. And when you give him a real yes, he changed your life with that yes. And he blessed me to be doing this for 9 years now.
That's what's up, my God. 9 years, that's a long time.
So what you got going on there in the streets?
So, me, so I used to say I was a professional model first. Mm-hmm. Now, even though that's a title I claim, I had to, take some time with God and really step into my calling and realize that my overall calling is being a motivational speaker.
Okay.
So going through a lot of adversity in life, you know, the hardships, being from the bottom, being raised in a foster kid, being homeless, you know, I didn't see it all, man. So, you know, realizing my real purpose, that's why I actually took like a couple months off from modeling because, you know, I've been stepping into my calling more, you know, getting more, you know, into the Bible, reading books, you know, learning about what the true, you know, a book. So the word right now, abundance, I'm going to go into that word. That's something in one of the books I'm reading right now that they've been teaching about as far as, you know, to live a joyous life and to, you know, respect and value the things that actually matter in life.
Right.
So, you know, and not being, you know, in the spotlight all the time, sometimes, you know, personally me, I felt as though I needed a break,
Right.
you know, to really find what God wanted me to fully do here. So stepping into that was definitely, you know, beneficial.
So, I mean, we got thousands of listeners and you got thousands of followers. Some people don't know your testimony. So give us a testimony, because this testimony right here, like I just live God on Be My Lawyer Social Show. We here to change the trajectory about I can't do that. Ain't no such thing as I can't, because if I can go away for 19 years and on my break and come back and be doing the stuff that I'm doing right now, God can do it for anybody.
Listen, it's funny you said that that part, you know, that, you know, it's not that you can't, because being though I grew up in foster care, I had a mentor when I was younger. He stuck with me, you know, throughout my whole, you know, beginning part of my stages of life. His name was Ronnie Graham.
Mm-hmm.
So he used to have this license plate tag that says "you can,"
Right.
you know, meaning that there is no that you can't do anything.
Right.
And so me myself, I came up with this slogan that I always say at the end of my videos: "See no negative, feel no negative, and then this ain't no negative." If you can, you know, grasp hold of that.
Right.
When I tell you, I can't get mad at all. Right. I can't get mad at. Like, there are people that face me every day, say stuff to me in my face, right. Even on social media, my own friends and stuff like that. Well, associates, I'll say that. I laugh.
Because friends wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, I said, you know, I see I changed that title. Right, correct. Associates.
And look, I can tell that you're real smart about putting people in categories.
Yeah. Oh, for
so
sure.
Everybody call everybody their friend.
No. That friend word, that's a deep word to assume with a lot of people. A lot of people don't even realize half the people that you talk to are just associates. You associate with them. You can't even fully relate to them.
Wow.
If you can relate to them, say, look, this is the thing. Like, and I never, like, you know, celebrated my birthday before because, you know, I always see a lot of people, they invite all these people out, you know, for their birthday party, spend all this money. 2-3 days later, you ain't talking to none of them. You just spent all this money on the section, bottles, this, that, and the third for people to come out that honestly don't even like you.
I'm glad you said that, because I ain't gonna lie, man. When me and my wife got married, right? Man, she was trying to put this joint together. Wedding price was gonna be about 40,000-50,000, right? Whew. She was getting catering, this, that. Girl wanted 2,000-3,000 just to do the catering, and I'm like, whoa, hold up. I had to sit back and think. I said, man, we about to spend all this money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just to show the people that we married? Nah, I said, we ain't doing that, babe. And you know what I mean? As time went on, she started seeing what I was saying. Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, we take that money and do this with it. Man, we can go do this with it. We can go do that with it. We can go take trips. We can go here, go there. And she was like, you know what? Why am I going to spend money for some people who don't even like me to come in the room with me?
There you go.
And I'm like, Trish, I ain't doing it, Trish. I said, they don't even like me. Look, all that stuff I'm doing on Facebook. Do you see what we doing? Do you see what God is really doing on Facebook? Look, everybody looking, all them thumbs up, the likes, the hearts going up, right? Listen, I'm a 501c3 nonprofit. Your likes and stuff, they cool. But they don't help me to get the food for the people, though. So that's why we be asking for donations. Like, y'all see what I'm doing with I display it. Wherever I spend your money at, it was down there. Cabbage, corn on the cob, whole chickens, carrots, everything you can name it. That's what I did with the donations that we got for the event. So you see it, the fruits of my labor. I labor for that, but I'm not spending no $50,000 to be in a room with somebody, popping no bottle, eating my cake, dancing to my music, and then don't even call me tomorrow.
We ain't even talk about the phone calls, because you know today a phone call is a little excessive, you know, because you got text messages on there too. People can't even send a "Hey, how you doing?" text. Like, I got stuff I'm dealing with right now with even like certain females that I talk to that I didn't cut off because I can't even get a "How you doing?" text. But you can ask me to come work on your car, or I can do this for you.
Let me hold something.
Yeah, let me hold something type stuff. But hey, how you doing? You good? You okay? Especially being black, man, in Baltimore right now.
Right.
I mean, I'm not, I'm just saying that because that's what we could relate to. But you got us out here dying left and right, and it ain't even always, targeted. Somebody could just be in the wrong place, wrong time. So,
Right.
It's taken to the heart when somebody really just hits you to check on you, especially your mental. Mental health is serious.
And
People do not think mental health is serious.
we just had the expo. That was a mental health awareness expo we did down at Cultural Arts Center.
That is very, very serious to take your mental health seriously. It don't matter what age you are. Stress starts in early ages of life. When little kids is homeless and they hungry, they stressed. If they walk around with shoes with holes in them, their parents ain't, getting along or whatever the case is, it brings stress.
I think no exaggeration. I think we did almost school out now. So
yeah, it is.
I think between when school started in September till now, we probably did 7-8 backpack giveaways. We ain't just waiting for the children to go to school because everybody run around with the camera rolling and stuff like that. They want to give out the backpacks the first of the school year, but man, school like basketball games, 4 quarters.
Yeah.
You feel me? You got the first grade. I mean, your first grades, your second grades, your third grades, and your fourth grades. Your fourth grade determines if you're gonna pass or not.
Yeah.
So if they got 4 quarters, why are they only getting first quarter backpacks? Because somewhere along the line, I didn't lost my backpack. Somebody stole my backpack. I ain't got no backpack. My braces, I didn't erase that all out. Pens ain't got nothing in it. So we decided that we was gonna get backpacks all through the school year.
That's smart, right?
And we stuffed them joints. We ain't give them flat pack. We ain't give them backpacks with nothing in it.
Yeah.
We actually ordered calculators, pencils, paper, erasers, everything that goes in it, paper, everything
Everything they need.
Yeah, so you feel me? Like we want to make sure that the kids got what they need, and most importantly, we have to make sure that we get this food. Because if a kid goes to school and they ain't nothing, guess what? They can't. How they gonna go in the math class and say 2 + 2 is 4? They don't know that right now. They want them pains.
Yeah, real talk.
And then you got some kids that's going to school just to eat.
Yeah. Nah, listen, I done had some of them time like free lunch, school lunch to me back in the day.
Best in the world, right?
I wanted it.
Well, you try to get your homeboy tickets too?
Well, I took if they ain't want it, yeah, give me that. I'll take it. Punch my 4-digit number in. Get that free lunch. Yeah, take that. Some kids just like, now it's free food. What are you talking about? give me that. I need all that.
I want them tater tots and then hot dogs.
Yeah, I want everything.
When I go home, ain't nothing in there.
Yeah, I done had some of them on my earlier stages. But when I came into my foster family, I wound up raising me into adulthood. When I say, of course, everything is owed to God at the end of the day. But through him, them raising me,
right?
But I done learned about God. I done learned how to garden. I know what it is to be a man. I know how to take care of a house. Everything when I say came from, my parents really like instilling God in me and just teaching me everything on that tip. So definitely appreciate it. Definitely want to give a shout out to them. Appreciate it for that.
I always get asked, so when did you find God? They ask me that. Because I've been gone for so long, right? And then I came back home during the time, right? They said, listen, to be honest with you, I grew up praying. My grandmother instilled it in me praying, but it's just that I made a decision. See, everything comes down to what your decision is. Do you want to serve God or do you want to serve man? And there's only 2 ways about it. Everybody keeps telling me it's the middle. Ain't no middle. So I decided that I wanted to, step away from God at this time. And we was having it so hard, you know what I mean? Like you talking about the tennis shoes. Yeah, man, my mother, it was 3 of us. My mother really couldn't keep me up. I had a pair of Uncle Charlie jeans. I love them joints, right? What I'm saying is I ain't have what everybody else was having. So with that being said, that's when I decided, with my decision making, that I wanted to be a man and go out and be early and get some money. I want to take care of my family. That's, what I'm saying? The welfare checks ain't doing it. I can't wait for every 30 days for them to give us some money, and then she got to pay bills, and then that's the only time we went to go to the sub shop. We only got French fries and chicken bites, all that stuff once a month. So I'm like, hold up, how can I change this trajectory? So then I got the pack and I ain't look back. But then that even cost me. So that was a decision that I made. But even in the midst of making the decision to get the pack and get the money and carry the guns and all that stuff, man, I was able to get back in contact with God. See, God don't leave us, we leave him. Yeah. He there the whole time. And yeah, man, so when I got back to praying and got back to hearing that voice, that still small voice that everybody keep trying to say, who was that? We call Eli. Eli, he said, go lay back down. He said, did you call me? No, God be calling us and we think people calling us. Mm-hmm. So then you got to learn how to distinguish. So I said, Lord, I need you to give me the discernment so I can discern your voice from other voices. And when you ask God to do stuff, man, be careful what you ask for because He do it. And I can hear His voice clear as I don't know what. Like, man, you talking. And when I'm trying to make it, or even just driving, sometimes you be driving and you got to drive for other people. And then the Holy Spirit will tell you, hold up, stop, don't go yet. And if you stop, don't go yet, the car comes shoot. The car can't shoot you straight out, no random stop sign and everything. But because I'm in tune with that Holy Spirit, I was able to slow my car down and stop when He said stop.
It be like that. And it's crazy you just said that because I just dropped a few videos on my content about, being meticulous with your word and when you go to God, because even at 32, it ain't no age where God, starts to wake you up. It's when, you're ready to start listening to Him. I learned you really gotta be meticulous with your words when you gas off. You can ask God, I want a car. He gonna give you a car.
Right.
If it's gonna run, consistently for the next few months type tip, you don't know. Because all you asked for was a car. So like something I just said, in my video about, I'm just talking about men as far as being particular when you asking for a wife or a particular woman and stuff like that
Right,
you want. Like you can't just say, I want a pretty woman, this and third. If you have to, because I've been getting into the flashcard method for the past few years, write everything down. Because God say in the Bible, write the vision and make it plain.
Write it down, make it plain.
If you don't do that and you wondering why certain things not going the way that you wanted to go, you can't see it every day. And that's why when we was outside when you was talking about, to the lady about peace, that's something else I've been, getting into lately when God talk about peace, be still. Because you dealing with that's another thing I dropped a video on. Sometimes we be in life doing so much. The moment we wake up and go outside, you got the phone, you got your kids, your co-workers, traffic, the police, the sirens, everything. Everything always going. You can't possibly be at peace 24/7 because you got to pay attention to too much.
Right.
So when you calm down and you got that time to be still, that's when you get that peace.
When I was in there, man, I prayed for one thing. I had all this time, but I only asked God for one thing. What you think that one thing was? Peace. I said, Lord, if you could just give me some peace. And when He gave me peace, peace covered everything. I'm talking about that joint gave me my joy back.
Yes, it did.
The peace started teaching me patience, how to wait on God. Because see, we want everything instant. Man, God ain't no microwave popcorn kind of guy. You feel me? And he got a heck of a sense of humor.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? He had you crying one time and laughing the other time, shouting one time, and then you gotta be still one time. But what I'm saying is, when I asked for the peace, man, I was able to make sound decisions. My judgment was on. You feel what I'm saying? Even down to give me peace where I know I ain't supposed to eat certain stuff. That's why I be looking the way I be looking, because God helped me to start choosing my diet while I was in there. Because, man, listen, it was some boxes coming through that joint and that food service and that, you know what I mean? And it had on there, stamped on that, not for human consumption. Right? So they weren't supposed to be feeding it to us. So I had to choose what I would eat. So yeah, I turned to a little rabbit in that joint. I started eating salads. You feel me? Even though I don't like salads, but I knew what I had to do to survive to get out of there.
yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, I asked for that peace, man. Look, peace gave me my wife. You know what I'm saying? And you said right down, make it plain. I'm telling God, listen, I want her to be sexy.
Yeah, you really got.
I want her to be smart. She got 4 degrees. You feel me? And matter of fact, not just she got 4 degrees, but she not selfish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She in the criminal justice. Cobb State, shout out Cobb State University. That's where she goes, right? So my wife in criminal justice, right? So they give them a study on their papers is on. You got to interview somebody who been in prison. You're either in there or still out or whatever the case may be. You got to interview somebody. So do a case brief. So my wife said, "Oh, that's easy. My husband been in jail. I do his case." She broke my 4-day trial down into 2 pages. She turned it into the professors in them. So A+. It's like, so when you gonna bring the guests in? She surprised me. She ain't telling me that I was her husband. So I go up in the joint and say, he looked at me. You know how they try to size you up.
Yeah.
We got them PhDs and deans and professors, right? You know, they real smart.
Mm-hmm.
But check this out though. I got a federal prison GED with a God degree. I got a God degree. And when I went up in there, they said, well, Mr. White, we're gonna give you 15, 20 minutes. See what you're gonna say about the 2 pages that these sheets have been. And I took that microphone. First 10, 15 minutes, Dean came behind me and said, bro, you on fire. We can't come behind you. You got the whole 2 hours.
Yeah.
So she got me into copying. I'm an alumni copy now too. So
what's up,
with a
man.
GED to Coppin State University, you know what I'm saying? So that peace, man, just was opening the doors up for me. It opened doors for me and you. Because listen, you walked into peace.
Literally.
How did you feel when you walked up when we was talking to you?
At peace, like you said, though, I was calm. I didn't feel as though I had to get out with a tool or nothing. I was cool.
That's what I'm saying, man.
It's the vibrations. People, that's a whole nother topic about vibrations. But the vibrations was genuine. But, bro, the moment I got out the car, you hungry? You need some food?
You got cold
Yeah,
soda?
let me hold up. Let me drop this up there to her. Finish, take my picture of my order right there. Let me come back. Let me get right. Let me see what you about for real.
And it's all love, man. Shout out to Mr. Mark, man, down at the Culture Arts Center, man, for blessing us that we had to pivot from the Resident Lewis Museum. Shout out to the Resident Lewis Museum too for, you know what I mean, just that we learned from that. So you got basketball, you got baseball, you got soccer, you got all these different sports, right? And you got columns with that. You got a W column over here, and you got an L column over here. Tell me what your W stand for.
That's all the winners.
All right, now what the L stand for?
To the world, the losers, I guess you could say.
So tell me what your L stand for.
My love stand for a lesson.
All right.
That's me personally. I learn from my mistakes. I don't nothing is an L. It's all it's a lesson learned.
And it is. You either winning or we learning.
Literally, there is no losing.
Man, listen to me. I didn't get this 501c3 and knowing how to perfect it by losing anything. Matter of fact, I paid people cash money to teach me how to do this. When they thought they was getting over on me taking my donations and doing what they want to do with it, guess what? It ain't mean nothing to me. God said just give it to them. You need to learn some things. Matter of fact, when the stuff you learn will teach you what not to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta pay to learn what not to do. And I learned well. That's why I got on those tables. See, I learned not to be bagging nothing up for people. Because when you bagging it up for people, it's an element of surprise when they get home. Old lady told me, she said, Chris, I love the way you let me do it. I don't want all that stuff in my bag. I can't even carry all that. And when I get home, half of it molded. She said, when I come to yours, though, I can just get whatever I want off that joint and everything be fresh. I can cut it and put it in the refrigerator and cut it again and I can have it for a while. But not knocking nobody. I'm saying everybody look like they busy, right?
Yeah.
That's what mama told me about being busy. She said, people not busy, Chris. You know that, right? People really not busy. Because people make time for who, what, and where they want to be at.
Absolutely.
So ain't nobody busy. It's do you want to make time for me? You know what I'm saying? So do you want to fit me in there? Because if you don't really want to fit me in there, then I don't need to be here. I have learned, see, I ain't lose. I learned not to be nowhere where I'm just being tolerated. I need to be with the people that gonna celebrate me.
That's the energy right there.
Feel me?
Being celebrated, not looked down upon just because of certain things. That's definitely energy right there, my God.
So what else you got? What else you want to talk about? Cause this is open air right now. We feel me? We talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Honestly, this I've been on this wealth train with these books lately, with a lot of stuff that I've been reading, and the mindset that I used to have of wanting the biggest, the best, and a whole bunch of stuff like, bro, it has even started to affect on like my car scene, how I feel about that type of stuff for real. Like I no longer glorify a lot of things that I used to. Like this, I'm reading a book right now. I don't want to mess the title up, but it's by Deepak Chopra. It's about abundance, the path to wealth. And like I said, it's basically just so far just teaching about, the things that, like I was saying earlier, that really matter in life and how to, acquire. So it's something that they mentioned in the book about out there and in here. Mm-hmm. So you basically, combine what the world has outside with what you're dealing with inside of yourself to make everything whole, to live, make everything come in harmonize, to live a joyous life. And that's basically, what they say is the key to living a wealthy, life. I used to think before wealth was financial.
Yeah. I need $1 million.
Wealth is far from financial. It is so far from financial. And me personally, I say I got wealth already because I'm always be there, able to be there for my daughter. Like I don't have to worry about, and I don't say this in that type of way because people that have the jobs, that's cool.
That's good.
Personally, me, I chose a different route. Right. I wanted to always, when I say always, I'm gonna always be there for my kid at every single event. Thank God that I'm able to move around and do it on my own time. I don't have to, I can't show up life up. To the weed. I'm definitely living a wealthy life. The rest is just come on, it's doing the financial tip.
I think I remember somewhere in that word of God, man. God ain't never talk about money.
Never.
Right? So I was reading, and guess what stuck out to me? He said, your gift and your talent shall make room for you. Not no money. See, people running on with these titles, right? But the title don't make money. People make money.
Yeah.
And you got to have a gift to be able to make the money. Right? So my gift is being able to talk to people.
That's why we here right now.
Because I was talking,
that's simple. Because you was able to talk to me. I was able to hear and understand who you was, what you was about. Yo, we ain't even been knowing each other a week.
I seen you a few times. Like, I seen you bothering with Miss Critique a few times.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But we ain't
never chopped it up.
Never. I ain't know this man not even a full week, but that vibration and that
two days.
That's crazy.
Not even the whole 48 hours. And we on
that's
set.
Crazy. Right now, that's really crazy though.
We almost at 10,000 views.
Remember, I was telling you though too. I was just telling him this morning. Like I really, y'all know my content. I'm like very spiritual. I talk about God all the time. I pray every day that God just continues to align me with like-minded individuals and people that help me elevate and that I can be around and be comfortable with, because you start to feel like when you're in a circle with people that make you feel like your nose is up, that's a problem.
Right.
I don't like that, and it make me feel as though like, and I ain't ready to sugarcoat nothing. The niggas that I even be around sometimes, I be getting that vibe, and I'm like, I'm positive. I'm like, there is no negative vibration at all coming up from me.
Right.
Y'all feeling this way because I'm different.
But the word of God also says this, that we are peculiar people.
Yeah, so
we're supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be like you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you
Kendrick Lamar woke everybody up now.
They not like us.
He was saying the Bible, but he was saying a different language. He trying to come down. He broke it down so you can understand it in plain English.
Real talk.
Go ahead.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. But I be, I embrace my difference now. Before I used to, you'll be in that little turtle shell because you pop your head out. My shell a little different. I don't know if they gonna like how this look. Man, I done really started coming out with everything, and I'm emotional now. I don't give I don't at all. Like, y'all, you think what you want to think. Y'all say what y'all gonna say. Watch this though. I'm bigger and better, 10 times fold. Like,
but I'm gonna say this while you right there, right? Sometimes it's not even that they really jealous of you or they really hating on you. It's just that they don't know how to even be a man to ask you how you do it. Man, how you get like this?
Because they're not around nobody that's doing it. They used to the same circle. That's a slave mentality, and that's something that our culture, the black culture, really has that slave mentality in a lot of ways. And it's like, they say, 2/3 of what you are is, genetic. That's what you have inside of you.
Right.
But you can change it though. The human mind always wants to change and elevate. When when they say when you stop learning, you stop growing. So there are people that don't even pick up books and even try to learn something new every day. They wake up, do your same routine, go to your job, pick your kids up, this, that, and third, come home, chill with your people, this, that, and third, go to sleep, you wake up, do it all over again. You don't even give yourself a chance to learn something new. Like something stupid I used to say when I was a kid, I would pick up a book, or I would really pick up a book and say, I'm not reading this because it's that thick. One of the stupidest things I have ever said when I realized that the books that I didn't want to read just weren't interesting to me.
Right.
When you figure out what you like and what you want,
right,
it becomes interesting to you. Like since this year started, I've read 4 books, and that is the most amount of books I've ever read, like in a 6-month time span, like that soon.
Right.
So elevating and learning.
I've been slinging them books, man. I'm a best-selling author. 15 books.
Hey,
2 in stores, 2 in my trunk, 2 in my car. I'm like, Master P, man, I'm coming out the trunk with them joints.
listen, I got to follow up.
I just don't think that we as people will give credit to somebody else's name versus our own name. Like we put everybody else ahead of us. Like when we gonna say, God, work on me? When you gonna tell everybody? It's a song too. I'm working on me. I'm working on me. Listen, for the 19 years, bro, that's all I had to do was work on myself. I had to really come clean with God, look in that mirror and really, like, face myself and like Christian, what did you really do? What did you do, Shorty?
Yeah, man, in the
You
mirror.
know what I'm saying? Like I'm crying and everything. Like, they talking about real men don't cry. They lying.
Tuh.
Cause I know I'm a real man and I cry like a baby because here I am, my kids 1, 2, and 3 years old. These people gave me 60 years. I was crying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And didn't know how I was gonna get back home. You feel what I'm saying? And then I get in there with a chip on my shoulder. Now I'm gonna try to run my time up, being dumb. But then I had one old head that sat me down, like I told you, and gave me the rules, like, to jail. And, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta run with the crowd. Like, I mean, I ain't been running with the crowd anyway. Like, I ain't had no friends growing up. So when I was telling you I had no friends earlier, you know, me not having friends is why I'm here with you now, right?
Yeah.
Because one of my friends with Ben got me gone. You know what I'm saying? And the cars, right? I had all the big cars. I did that. Whatever kind of car, Acura's, whatever they wanted, I had it, right? But what I noticed is this. When I had my hoopties, right? Because my cousin was on here on the show too. He said, man, that nigga black, boy, you had that money, man, but that nigga was tight. And he ride around with them little beat up cars. I said, but let me tell you why I had to beat up cars. Because as long as I had a beat up car, everybody thought I was beneath them. So they wasn't worrying about me because I wasn't, but guess what? The car was the front the whole time. I had more money than everybody, it seemed like to me. You feel me? But I ain't had no friends, so why would I be out there riding around in the 550 S-Class by myself?
Yeah, setting yourself up for a target.
Yeah, so what I did was, man, God said, look, use that as a camouflage for yourself. And then you can be under the radar for everybody. Nobody knows I was getting no money. That's why nobody can't recap what I'm saying. When I say what I say, nobody can't say, oh, he lying. How? You weren't never there. You don't know what I was doing. I mean, one of my homies, right? He said, man, I think such and such, man, be using you, bro. Like, hey, he pimping you or something, man. Yeah, everybody think. I said, huh? What you think? God said, see, your camouflage working. Everybody thinking another thing, but they I want you to show him, though, because he's my man. He's really my man, right? I said, you get in the car around. In the beginning of the hoopty. I take him down my house. I said, yo, I'm going to ask you this one more time before we go in this house. Did you really think that dude peppered me? He said, yeah. To be honest, yeah. I said, what's that? Take him in the house. Pull that mattress up. $150,000 cash right there. He looked at me and said, God damn, yo. I said, so you still think? I said, no, yo, what you doing? I said, I was here, right? But I couldn't work here and do all this because then anybody gonna know my business. But I had stuff everywhere else. Get money. You know what I'm saying? So when you see me with these people up here, man, that was a camouflage. You feel me? So, yeah.
Your turn. I done had my own lessons on the street too. Like, wow. I can't say that because, you know, it's certain things that you can't say, but I done definitely had my times where I done learned, you know, being out there with certain things. Like, I done seen my life about to be taken from my eyes on more than 4 occasions. Like, I done had, like, it was really about to go left for real. But I know what saved me is me knowing who God was. Because, you know, he got that saying when he say, when you know him and you do wrong, your punishment is like way worse. Versus, you know, he say it's better that you, I don't know it fully, but it's basically better that you never knew him than to know him and just blatantly just disrespecting his face.
Yeah.
I have, you know, like even like family that I have seen get taken out of here from the randomest stuff that you would have never thought because they knew better and they just chose to blatantly just disrespect them for real. So I just look at everything and every experience. Like I said, you know, it ain't no else in life. It's always, you know, lessons for real. Mm-hmm. It's just a way to grow and get closer to him for real. There's never nothing that you can't do to get closer to him. You gotta, it's your decisions. It's the people that you hang around every day. That's a lot of reasons why a lot of people won't go nowhere because they like hang around the same people. There's so many niggas that I know that's older than me hang with the same dudes, this, that, and the third. And I got this theory that I say, if nobody in your family is a millionaire, how are you comfortable handing down nothing to your child? You can't go to nobody in your family right now for not even $200. We gonna say $50. Let's really be honest.
Anyway, phone.
They gonna say that. They gonna look at it. They gonna look at the text message and just leave it there.
But while you on that right there, hold up. Watch this one. Ring, ring. Where you at?
Just outside.
Man. My dad going, man, I got a bill today, man. Joint $1,000, man.
You already know what I'm. That's crazy.
Can you
That's
give
crazy.
me anything?
I ain't got it right now.
All right. Now, fast forward. Ring, ring.
Yo,
What up, man?
yo,
Man, nigga just smacked my mom, man. You got that thing?
shit. Let's ride. Let's go. It's right here.
So my point is, how are we so quick to want to go and do something to somebody that look like us versus respond in the same way when somebody like us really need the help?
Proving the point of toughness for absolutely no reason. Proving that you can do something that has absolutely no value at all.
One thing I learned in the 19 years I've been gone, y'all, is you got to check them guns in at central booking. You can't carry that gun past that beyond point. Matter of fact, you can't even carry it on yourself and go past the police. I said all that to say this. I saw a dude who thought he was tough, right? Coming in, rah-rah, and all that. And you had somebody who had a life sentence in there who got tired of hearing the rah-rah because he ain't never going home. Guess what he did? He walked over to the tough guy, man. He gave him a knife this long. He gave him a knife this long. He said, "Honey, here go yours. I got mine, man. Let's go lock in this room, man. Whoever make it out." Now that's tough.
That's down.
You got gladiators. You got people who live for that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't live for that.
Nah. It's no guarantee you're gonna make it out. I wouldn't even want to chance my life like that. I wouldn't. Just the wonder if I may make it out. To prove a point to people, there's so many people that try to prove a point and never even proved it. So they try to prove it to people that it don't even matter trying to prove it to. Because they don't. This is the thing, and I told every nigga that I even talk to right now and deal with for real. Some of them get mad at it, but I just said it actually a couple weeks ago. If it ain't concerning my daughter, it ain't signing no check for me in no type of way, shape, or form. It don't concern me. I don't care what it is. I don't even care if this is an extra. It do not concern me. I'm not sliding for. I'm not
Nonsense.
I'm not. We're not doing that. We're too old for that. We are too old to be sliding for somebody for. People don't even know. I know a guy right now. He doing life. He slid with somebody and didn't even know the full situation. He knew what was told to him, but what it wound up coming out that the guy didn't tell the full situation. He just needed somebody to slide with him to have backup with.
Wow.
The other nigga is dead now, and the other nigga is in jail. Because you slid with him, you ain't even coming home, and your partner dead. The female that this was over, she married to a whole nother nigga now. But you wanted to go prove a point with your man to slide. He did. The guy who killed him is free because y'all came to his property and did XYZ. Girl still with him.
Wow.
Because you wanted to slide with somebody though. That's another thing I be talking about, bro. These men be all entanglements over one woman. I'm not saying this like that. If that's your wife or that's yours, wife. No, we're just gonna say that wife because on certain other levels, ain't nobody technically yours until you know that ring on your finger. There's so many men right now dead or in jail over
My girl.
one woman. One woman. There's so many. I'm not saying this out here that you could be a hoe or to just free game, but I'd rather you free game than you about to go to jail or you fighting somebody over a female. You know how many other fine ones it is out here?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't say I'm like in my followers. No, I say all this about open content. It don't make no sense for nobody to die or fight somebody over somebody that's not even theirs, especially somebody that ain't got no ring on your finger.
Right.
I be done. There's only one woman that I'm really fighting for. That I would fight for right now. That's my child. That's because that's mine. That's my bloodline. I'm not fighting. If we out right now and some nigga do something, if I gotta, out of respect for myself and you, I'll hold that down. But as far as me really, like, I'm about to go take somebody out for you, girl, how they be like, girl, bye? Like, I'm not doing that. Girl, bye, I'm not doing that. You go get somebody else to go do that. We ain't doing that out here. We smart. I got people, listen, we write emails now. I done learned out here. Ain't no more pop the trunk. No, get smart with it. Go up the chain of command. Write emails. When you write emails, things get done. I learned that real quick.
And I just want to say, man, that sometimes you got to count the cost. Like, I'm always Chris, whatever you do, make sure you count the cost of it and what's going to cost you. And also, you need to see the end of it.
Yeah.
So if you can't look at the situation and see the end of it, then you don't need to do it. You need to know how it's going to turn out in the end. This is speaking things and knowing things if you're doing it the right way. See, when you know you're doing it with God, you already know what they're going. You win it. But when you taking chances, and this for anybody, man, when you standing in front of that judge, right? Only ID number I gave them was mine. When I looked around in the courtroom, everybody that said they had my back wasn't there. So I don't believe nobody telling me they got my back. Now my wife here, we got these rings on, so we locked and loaded. But everybody else, man, when they say they got my back, man, I don't hear that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't believe what you tell me.
No, that's real right there.
I told the people in the community, I said, man, I don't never want to tell y'all I love y'all. I said, when I come around here on Moses Street, I'm going to show y'all I love y'all. And they tell me they love me. They thank me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference between when you making somebody tell you that they love you. No, I'm just going to show you love. See, God is spirit. And the way we moving is that's how you moving in the spirit. Things happen in the spirit first and then it's manifesting in the physical. So whatever you conquer in the spirit going to go outward. So if you ain't loving in the spirit, if you ain't trusting and respecting God in the spirit, like people like, I had people tell me, bro, what's up, bro? You back home now? Yeah. I said, bro, you been as fast, you, bro, right? I said, yeah. He said, man, give me some of them joints, man. I said, man, you $1 million a month. Give me the connections you got in there. I said, man, this joint's sounding real tempting. You know what I mean? I said, I tell you what, it's gonna be a hard one, bro. He's like, man, I'm ready, bro. Like, I'm ready to get this money. I said, me too. I said, bro, listen, we can get 10 million if you want to. 10 million. But I got one question for you, right? He said, what's that? I said, man, we can get 10 million a month if you can tell me how we're gonna do it and God can't see us. Guess what? When I see dude to this day, he always put his head down and just salute me. See, the things I'm doing right now, I know I can get over on you. I know I can trick the average girl. My wordplay is so deadly. I know I can get people to do whatever they want me to do. You feel me? Right? I'm telling you, I was a beast with this. Like, I was the one who got all the girls. Listen, when we went out to Odell's and we went to Hammer Jacks and all them spots, bro, I had numbers already written down in my pocket. I'm banging girls all. I can do this.
See me when I get older, y'all. Y'all know my concept. What I just tell y'all about my wordplay. Well, y'all went older when I say, bro, that's crazy. You said that. I'm literally you just in a younger version on that tip. I'm literally the same way. Like my wordplay with the come on, it's easy. This is light work. That's why I don't trip over women. That's how simple it is. Like,
and guess what? I know that it was a divine appointment for me and my wife. You know what I'm saying? When I came home, I was trying to figure things out, and I was hit this girl and I be with this girl, but I'm saying, like, after sex, right? Or whatever you want to call it, making love, and whatever case, I'm going to give you a good 10, 15 minutes strong right there. But then after that, right?
What is it? Right?
I bust you all day long, but what are we going to do after this?
Because that's easy. That's slight work. That ain't no work at all.
Listen,
we know we're going to hit. Nice sound like that. We know. I know I'm hit. What's supposed to come?
I'm that nice.
Bro.
I know I can.
My followers, yo, y'all know.
I ain't even disrespecting nobody, no other king.
That's just what it
I ain't
is.
disrespecting the queen. But I'm just telling you, man, this anointing that God got on my life, man, listen, he gave me a deadly anointing. I can do and say whatever I want to say, but as long as I do it in the context of him, it's going to be good. But when I start adding stuff and tweaking it my way and you know what I mean, using it for vainglory, we call it vainglory, and to get these drawers off of her and just making people do what I want them to do, now we got a problem now. Because now I'm taking my anointing and I'm distorting it. You feel me? I'm watering it down. But when I use this to go out there and save some souls. You feel me? Like, me and my wife, that's how, I'm seeing if you can guess how I met my wife.
No, I'm going to just say off the top of my head, just based off of this, off the top of my head. She met you while you was in there?
No. So, nobody can go on Facebook, Instagram, no TikTok, anything. Because, people would love to say, oh, they would be happy and laughy, smiley, dolly, dolly, doing all them food drives together. We want to be hooking them up. When our girlfriends hook us up or one of my homies put me on with it and we doing good, it's always going to be, oh, they won't be doing it because of me. Mm-hmm. Oh, but God wanted the glory for this one because that's how we met. in the nail salon. I was getting my feet. I told you, I'm him. I'm the king for real. I make sure I take care of my hygiene
for real.
1,000. You feel
real
me?
talk.
And just in there, get my nails done and my feet done. I'm sitting there on my phone, whatever. She walked in. Matter of fact, she said she walked in and put her hand on the door and went back. Holy Spirit told her to go back in there. So she had to double back and come get me. You feel me? Come in. I said, oh, that is a mom. I'm looking. But I'm on my phone though, so I'm really ain't paying on mine, but I paying on mine. So she get on there, get that shit, ready, get ready. And she just all of a sudden say, hey, you drink wine? I was like, no, I don't drink no wine. I don't drink. She's like, can I have your wine? I said, yeah, you buy my book. Bro, I met her all my book.
That's how you do
God
it.
gave me the book in prison. He said, this is what these new dimes that you writing in here, that's what's going to set you apart from everybody out there. Yeah, I got dimes. I got 20s. I got 50s. I got 150s. My 150s is my sweatsuits. Let me clear it up. My 150s is my sweatsuits. My 30s, 40s, and 50s is my fitted hats. You feel me? However you want it. My t-shirts cost $30. They my 30s. My books cost $10. They my dimes. You feel me? God switched my product, man. You feel me? And I met her, man, and me, I've been clickety clack ever since. Like, yeah. We God put that thing together. Can't no person say they joined
You
us.
say when a man finds that good thing,
Man, find a wife, he finds a hell of a thing.
a hell of a thing.
You hear
Listen,
me?
I ain't there yet, but like I said, I'm a prayer man. So every day before I even go outside, I always pray over, all of that for real. Pray over my daughter, my kid, future wife and everything for real. Because as you know, God said you can prevent and see and for a lot of unforeseen circumstances, and you can manifest a lot of stuff if you just write it down and say it like he says. Right, the vision and make it a plan. Yeah, the power of that time.
People talking negative around me. Yeah, I gotta catch my wife sometime, man. I love her to death, but man, sometimes my wife would blurt out something like, against what the spirit telling me, and I gotta just like rebuke it in the air. Like I gotta tell her, like, you can't say that.
That wordplay.
Like
That's
that's
serious. It is so serious. Life and
Let
death
it be
is
light.
the power of the tongue.
Like
seriously. You can make something or break something just by saying it. And that's a lot of reason why a lot of people don't even succeed in life, because they self-sabotage. They always say, well, even that, like, it don't even have to be, and something I learned from even the books I be reading, you don't even have to say it. Your thoughts are powerful. So if you think in your head, you ain't even got to say, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do good on this podcast today. I don't know if I'm gonna have a topic to talk about. You automatically start putting negative thoughts in your mind that say that you
you
can't
already
do something.
failed.
Yeah, look, you're already done because you already started doing it versus
We pass and fail ourselves.
I'm good, I can, I will. It's some small words like that. I can, I will, I am. I can, I will, I am makes everything possible. Those three, I can, I will, and I am. You can do literally everything.
But don't the word of God say that we can do all things through Christ Jesus who strengthens us, right?
People
All
don't-
mean ALL, all,
Everything.
not some of the things. People are like, oh, but I don't think God can do what? There's only one thing God can't do. What's that?
I don't think
He can do all things, but it's one thing that he can't do. He can't lie.
Yeah, no,
God can't lie.
at all.
And that's the only thing he can't do, and he won't do that because his word is true. It's alive. But we got to be the ones in the earth to make it alive. Like, you got to show up. You show up and let people,
the effort.
and stop trying to take the glory for what God showing up doing through you. Everybody's like, I did this. It's pride. Listen, when you at these food drives, bro, when you come Saturday, the way that I operate with the people, you can't tell who the founder is out there.
That's how it's supposed to be.
I'm out there serving. I'm out there. Shit, I get on the grill too. I want to do the stuff that nobody don't want. I want to get dirty. I want to help help the old lady put her stuff in the bag and carry it to her car. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't need no glory. I have my glory. Come on, I own the streets. Is this my block? What? When? They took me off that block so fast and then somebody else replaced me. So when was it mine? If somebody can take you from something, or how does your woman when he took her from you? One thing for sure and two things for certain, when God gives you something, can't nobody take it.
Nobody.
I don't care what they do.
Nobody.
But when you start talking about that's mine and putting which was, if God ain't sitting to you, it ain't yours. My wife, she mine. And I'm hers.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna say this very quick. I'm gonna just say this. Like I said, I don't say nothing right now that I would just say in general. See that ring again? His woman is his. If he ain't got no ring in your finger, you don't belong to him. You don't. I mean, if we talk about biblical terms, you do not belong to that man if he ain't got no ring in your finger. So if y'all see me come the way I come up here, You've been here when XYZ time and he still ain't popped the question. So, you don't love him for real. I say, don't I'm thinking this is just to say on this very quick. A lot of people in relationships with people that they don't even want to be with.
Wow. Unhappy?
They're content.
Benefits.
People think being content is happy. But when you content, that's not all. There's more room after just being content. You can be content with sitting here right now. But am I comfortable? Let me put the recliner back and slouch down a little bit, or something like that. You feel me? Like, yeah, a lot of people be content with people for certain situations. Money, looks. There are guys out here with a female that's a 10 and she dumb as a brick. She charged some money and all that for her. I can look at females. I was just telling my best friend, she a female, about this for her. We've been like best friends, like kids, like since we was in the sandbox for her. I can tell a female that's doing cost me money from a mile away just by how she look and how she talk. But I have 9 sisters though, so I know women like very, very well. But I don't. A lot of women. I know a guy right now. He with this chick and she ain't right at all. But she a 10 physically. She bad. Of course she is. But she don't cook for. She don't do nothing. Like she
don't do wifey things
at all. But no, I'm not going to say this because. She's not even, they're not even close to being on that wife stage. And it's the contradictory, people talk about, maybe you're not supposed to do certain wife things or husband things. But on the flip side of that coin, you do have to show somebody or show a person that you have potential to become that husband or that wife. I'm not saying you got to go all out, cook dinner every night, clean this house up and this and the third, but show potential that you can do this. Give them a little window shopping, if you will, for real. Show them through the glass, like, yeah, you can have this. Or even for, like the men, for real. Show the woman, like, yeah, I can be this. But, and then it all comes down to self-control at the end of the day, too. Because temptation is...
I asked God to give me that, too.
Temptation is definitely, hey, that's that shaky ground right there, for real.
Man, can you imagine, though, going 19 years straight with no booty?
I ain't never even went for a year. I ain't gonna say a lot of you. 19 is...
And listen, and I could have did it, right? Because, money talk, bull jump, and run a marathon. So I'm in there, but I got money so I can get the CEO to do what I want her to do. I even had them up talking to me. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't cross that line because, like I told my wife in my vows, I was like, man, I don't want to disrespect God no more. Like I don't want to be playing with him. I don't want to be over here sleeping with Susie, and then I gotta go home and wash my joint off real quick, and then make sure I ain't got nothing on there to give my wife a disease or whatever the case may be. Because that's what God gave us vision, but we ain't got X-ray. And before I went in, I had this bad broad that was chasing me, but the Holy Spirit was telling me don't mess with her, right? And the further I ran, right, and more she came around, so-called friends around you, supposed to be your man and all that. You feel me? He went, and they both got AIDS. The same girl that was chasing me, and I'm laying in that joint, man. I'm like, what?
She was a 10.
Man, you can't see it.
I hear the stories all the time about the baddest, the top 10 ones that look the best. Got stuff, cribs dirty, this, that. I just got a situation talking to my homeboy. He said he went over this girl's house for like the first time. He couldn't believe how her crib looked. And I was just lost because I'm trying to think, like, you feel me? Like, well, when you go with somebody's crib, like, shouldn't they, when you would think that they're going to clean up first?
Tidy that joint.
Before, but I guess he was like, shorty just thought that she was just that bad that I wasn't going to care. But like I said, though, there are men out here who wants the physical part. As long as she look good, she makes me feel like I got a bad one. You feel me? Like, there are men that really feel like that.
In that shower, too.
Yeah,
because I'm telling you, they be rocking. I'm talking about, and got men and women. The women be rocking and the men be rocking. But they rock together, though, because anywhere in the world I can lay up under that. You feel me?
I can smell myself. Before, I took a girl home. I went and picked her up. When I said I went to her house and picked her up, got her back to my crib and everything. We came to the time that we was about to do that. I smelled what I smelled. I took her home within 10 minutes of us being completely undressed because of that situation. She's like, no, I ain't getting in the shower.
You prevented that.
Yeah, you supposed to do that before you got here so we can get to what we about to do. We're not about to. That's crazy work.
We gotta pray for that though, man. Like you gotta pray and ask God to give you the discipline to be able to withstand the snares of the fowler. That's what he say. That's the devil, no name for him, but the evilness. But what I'm saying is like our eyes, man. First of all, we got two sets of eyes. You do know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got these physical ones and we got our spiritual ones, and you need to be looking through your spiritual eyes at every situation first. So when I see women, you know what I mean. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm a hell of a dude. I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm a hell of a dude because God has given me that hell of a dude spirit, and the hell of a dude spirit is to be able to say no.
You could, hey, absolutely.
Listen, you could put me in a room with 200 naked women. I'm not going to even get aroused because I already prayed for the mindset. God, I need to be looking through my spiritual eyes, and when I look at a woman, yeah, she cool, but I don't look too long, right? See, we always invite our own spirits into this mess, and then and then we fall short. Look at Samson and Delilah. He wasn't even told him. He gave the secret up for the booty, and then you see what happened to him? See, I don't want to end up like that. See, I don't want to end up in you going tricking off on your wife, knowing you ain't poor. I got a wife. I love her. So any woman that think they got a chance with me, you're sadly mistaken. You know what I mean? I ain't misleading nobody or none of that stuff because I ain't got no time for no nonsense. Especially if you can't help me going where I'm going at. My wife, she's a hell of a helper. Like when God says something, the woman was created from your rib. It's like, man, all this long time, and I'm just getting you. Like, where you been at? That's why he asked, where you been?
You know, that's always that question when you meet somebody. You be like,
man, my wife is like women. I don't know. They be trying to throw it at me, whatever the case may be, but they can't get in the car with her. You feel me? Like she know how to be a good woman. Like she know how to be a wife. She know all of the duties to keep the man happy. She know how to be my partner. She know how to come through in the clutch time. She even know how to run a food drive.
Listen, I think a lot of women today are led based on social media as far as what they believe a man should do for them. Because just to say on this part, being entitled you can look up right now on any platform, YouTube is the number one, what women want in a man. Mm-hmm. The first thing that's going to pop up is somewhere along the lines of 6 figures, nice body, make over, make be 6 foot tall, something along those lines. Mm-hmm. Look up a video of what a man wants, though. It's not going to come nowhere. It's not going to be nothing materialistic like that. Men only want like a few things, and the few things for me that I would say: support, peace, and trust. That's just bare minimum, bottom line type stuff right there for it. Right. But none of that concerned money. None of that concerned how you look. The two main things that a lot of because I'm very choosy with the word play because you can't specify it's not a lot of them. That's the first thing that they go to. Everything that don't matter. And I was watching something that I think it was the conversation panel where they was talking about as far as the lady Kitty was saying on there. When it comes down to the actual real problems in life, as far as how we gonna pay these bills, or if you backed up on something, your mental, falling or whatever the case is, nothing as far as money or how you look is going to solve those problems at all. It has nothing to do with it. It's your qualities on the inside of you that person's going to look for when hard times arise. Right. The physical fades at some point. Everybody, look at your grandparents and great grandparents. They're old. They're ready.
You gonna leave? She ain't gonna be that 10 all the time.
She might still have that.
But don't start sagging.
Everything
that curve is going to dip a little bit. You feel me? Titties gonna start sagging.
All of that. Especially if it's fake. I'm going to say that, especially if it's fake, since a lot of y'all want to go there with that day and y'all think that's the top 10. It's going to fade away. You got to think, nothing man-made and everything, don't BBLs and all that, that's man-made stuff because it wasn't all that stuff. Hey, y'all, we see the videos every day with the ones that's going out of shape and stuff. I think Kim Michelle had she had
all kind of stuff in her booty. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's man-made.
It was
nothing man-made less. When you look at nothing, literally, nothing man-made. We can go to the simplest thing as far as concrete that in the streets that we drive on. Right. It fades after a while. It decays.
The potholes.
Salt, yeah.
Messing up cars.
Salt, yeah. That's yeah. Everything man-made fails after a while. So you thinking that's what's keeping your beauty up, and that's what's going to make you somebody wants you. Come on, let's be for real here. Your car don't even last. That's one of the most reliable things that we use every day. Your car don't even last. You gotta get stuff fixed on it every now and then. That's how your person is. You gotta fix stuff on people every now and then for it.
You know, I asked when I was in there, I said, Lord, I need you to make, what you think the most important thing is on a car in an emergency type situation?
Well, being a car guy, the two most important things are the motor and the transmission. If either one of those is out, the car ain't gonna run it off.
All right, let me give you this one. So, I don't care how many times the car flip. I don't care if it's total. You might can even burn it up. But if you lift that little lever up right there, that spare tire never be touched to it. It's always there. So when I was in prison, I said, Lord, I need you to make me the spare tire. I want you to pull me out on the street when you need me. And he pulled me out now, so I can see the food drive.
Hey, I like that analogy right there.
So I'm that spare tire. Like I can't be everywhere. The spare tire don't be everywhere. It be in the hook.
When
you pull it up.
Come in clutch.
Listen, somebody run to the back of the car. I just seen somebody total big car. The airbags out, everything. Lift the hood, pop that trunk. The spare tire still brand new, but the car totaled.
Mm-hmm.
The car flipped 6 times. Open up that trunk. The spare tire. So I said, Lord, make me the spare tire. Just pull me out when you need me. So God using me right now because there's so many flat tires out here.
Oh, so many.
It's so many flat tires, but God said, let me put this on it. And then when he put me with him, and I connected with him, then it built back up. So I'm here to build people. I love you people. I ain't here to, listen, even on the radio show, people charge to come on there and to promote themselves or talk on the show, right? Ain't no charge for Be More Loyal on Powerful and all. It's free to come on Be More Loyal Soul Patrol. I asked the guests just to make a donation because when you make a donation, guess what? That donation go to food. We talking about the food. The money come from here. But they buying their own food, so really, you ain't paying me nothing. You just give me the money to go better than Walmart for you. Because you come right out there and get everything your money worth and more. Everybody walk away with $100-something worth of food.
That they ain't had to kick out themselves or take from their check or take from their kids.
And it's fresh. And fresh food.
Oh, fresh.
Good food. I'm talking about they on Facebook talking about the collard green.
Oh yeah. You know black people collard greens. You can't separate them.
They saying how good this was. And I'm gonna flip it a little bit, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit, right? So just some of the people coming out to the food giveaways. A couple came out, right? And the husband truck, no more. It's over with. Truck over. So now they got one car. They came to the food drive every Saturday in Security Square Mall and had enough money to save enough money for the food and bought dude a brand new car. And he ain't got no payments.
That's definitely God right there. That's crazy work right there.
And look, I don't really want to tell the whole testimony because I want to bring the people on so they can talk for themselves. But I'm just paraphrasing it. Yeah. Another one of the volunteers, right? She coming to the food drive and volunteering, right? It's wintertime. Her freaking hot water boiler went up. She coming to the food drive, say $5,000 for them to get heat, and I think she bought a whole new water thing. Come to the food drive. She saved money. So the food, Be More Loyal INC is here to create a path so that you can save your own money.
Hey, saving money is always top 10. We all know it's basically your money, the regular, what was that? What was they just talking about a couple months ago, the price of, I think it was eggs or something.
Eggs was $20.
Yeah, they were
$18, $10.
Now imagine, that's what I said, now imagine that, you saving all of that throughout that time frame, the way though you ain't even had to spend that on eggs. Hypothetically.
But they ain't had to spend them, because guess what? I'm gonna show you the video of that too. I was giving them eggs.
That's what I'm saying.
I buy the eggs.
Now imagine if how much money a household was saving per week or per month with not even having to buy that. You know, people eat every day. Like my child's mother, she's a great mother, by the way, for real. This woman, and it used to irritate me sometimes back when we was together because I'd be like, "Are you just gonna cook every single morning for them? Like they about to go to school, they got lunch." But I was raised in foster care, so I was used to going to school, eating breakfast and lunch and all that. So, right. But to see this woman still to this day, my daughter still talking when I talk to her in the morning or whatever times. Yeah, mommy made bacon, eggs, this, that, third sausage. When I say this woman still does that, like to this day, my daughter's about to be 8 next week on Tuesday, on Monday. I'm sorry. She still cooks breakfast for these kids every day. Like she cooks like every day. When I say my daughter don't even eat, like I can't even tell you the last time she said, "Oh, I had some cereal."
Oh wow.
So, that's what I said, and that's why I told her about and stuff like that for her. So even the money that she's about to save, coming to do that for her, like that's extra income. That's what a lot of people think. Those people were smart because they said we need money to go somewhere else. Let's take the money that we're not using here and put it to something else.
Yeah.
And hey, they came up with it, the water heater and the car. So
Pivot. Call it a pivot.
Yeah. That's smart right there.
That's all I want to do, man. I just want to make sure that people got stuff, And the reason I'm able to make sure that everybody else got stuff, nobody else, guess why? Because I ain't have it. I can only give you what I didn't have. I reversed it. So the things that I wanted, now God put me in a position to be able to give them to people who can't get it.
That's a blissful feeling,
man. I'm talking about just hearing some of the testimonies of the women saying. One lady, I got the Glen Burnie drive too. Mm-hmm. So the lady came and she was like, "Sir, I want to tell you I love you." White lady. I said, "Huh?" She said, "Yeah, because sir, my medicine is so high, I don't even have money to get food. But I know that on your food drive, when you come here, I can get my medicine and I get food from you, and it lasts me till the next time you come."
That's a blessing.
I said, "Huh?" She said, "I said, hold up. Now, the person is here, my friend here who makes sure that he donates to me so I can do what I do. I want you to tell him." She told him that, man, a tear rolled down his eye and looked at me and said, "Chris, if you can just help, if I can just get one person to tell me this right here, you done your job."
Yeah. God only, he don't ask a lot of us. It's the simple and the little things for real.
We can't save everybody either.
No, of course.
Everybody keep trying to listen. To listeners, man, it's a certain amount of people that's assigned to you. Everybody not assigned to you. Everybody not going to like you. Everybody not going to agree with you. It's like a rocket or shuttle, or space shuttle going up. Because you know the story about the spaceship and the shuttle, right? Well, let me tell you that. When the rocket go up, right? We rockets. I'm gonna give it to you in rocket form and in human form. So we the rockets, right? As the rocket go up into the space and it get to a certain altitude, the boosters fall off of it, right? Yeah. So the higher man you go in this entrepreneur thing, some people gonna fall off. They are boosters.
Trust me,
I'm saying all this to say that everybody not meant to go top with you anyway. Everybody can't go to Mars or wherever they got that rocket assigned to land at. Everything on the rocket can't go.
But you want to know why we always want to take somebody with us though? Because it's always room in another. It's always another seat, and we want to fill it because we don't want to be alone. We feel as though having somebody there or having those people there gives us reassurance. But it don't matter. Because, as they say, you come in this world by yourself, you're going to go out by yourself. Your salvation is controlled by one person. And it ain't you, me, your kids, nobody down here. That's the only thing that really matters at the end of the day. And that's why, I started to, like I said, it don't mean that I'm not going, because I'm, probably within the next month or two, I get back into, doing the modeling and stuff. But,
well, take me with you, because I'm on my modeling gig.
Listen, you already know we got you, man. But I just notice certain things that just matter. And I watch, I see, because I'm in, doing that stuff, you in a lot of group chats and pages and stuff like that. I see so many people, live their life every day to try to be and that's not to take away from it, but every day, that's their one main focus, just to do that for real. And then I see in certain chats, certain people getting overwhelmed or irritated and stuff like that, but they're not going to take off though because they still want to look like they're in the spotlight. The moment you take off from being in the spotlight, it makes you look like you're not doing something. Right. To me, it don't look like I'm not doing nothing because I found my calling and my gift to still give back. So even though it's been almost a month or some change since I did any modeling as far as uploading pictures like that, I got content coming out every single day, multiple videos, and it is so easy. The way I pre-record series of concepts now, and I just drop it when I want. That's what I say. When you find your calling, it's easy for you. You don't even feel like you're not doing something because you're doing what you were meant to do. and it's effortless.
But I can tell you one thing, right? And I guess you could attest to this. You ain't got no traffic in your lane.
At all.
That's what I'm saying. So, man, I'm in my own lane. I ain't even got no traffic in there, though. You feel me?
I don't see it. That's what I said. I don't see the traffic for where? For what? I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm going.
And everybody can't do what you do.
At all.
They
can't
can
come close.
try it, right? Look.
How they said they could come closer, they ain't close. But they never gonna be there though.
You can't be me.
At all.
I can't be you.
On your best day or worst day, I can take my shoes off. They still ain't gonna fit 100% because they're not made for you.
I asked them, do you want these joints? Like if I really went back all the way back then, and some of the stuff that I went through and had to go through to become who I am right now, all of the mess I had to go through to become who I am right now, no, nobody wouldn't want to go do all that.
No, of course not.
My sister told me, she said, boy, I don't know how the hell you did those 19 years. I would have been killed myself. My sister told me that. It wasn't that I had to do the time. Big call. What did you call it?
No, yeah, you good.
But boy, people on here looking though. I turned the camera around and everything. They got hearts going up for it. We on something. They on
Hey,
it.
look, they know.
They
You
on
keep
it,
it, but you know when you keep it real, they can't help it.
You got a lot of people on you on this.
You know they can't help it. Unless, y'all know mine. Y'all know I'll keep it a bag. We don't never sugarcoat. I don't sugarcoat nothing. It's
Sorry
not
about
been
that.
waiting to come to a platform like this so we can really get this stuff out to get multiple views on a few things and stuff like that for real.
I mean, I just want. I mean, I'm into being free. Like some people, even when I was locked up, I was free because they ain't had my mind. See, once you locked it, how many people you know right now that's not in prison walking around out here locked up?
Too many niggas. Too many of them. And
They don't believe in themselves.
They be in groups.
You want to follow behind him. You know what I'm saying? Like you your own you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the night, you ain't going to sleep with nobody. You ain't waking up with nobody. So why need to go follow behind you? People still to the day living off their past.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm so far in the future now, man. Man, I'm beyond my time. Like they're like, yo, how did you do? I ain't doing that. That's the reason why everybody keep failing because I ain't doing nothing. God is doing it. I had to learn. I said, Lord, look. Honestly, I'm still sitting on my hands. So all the markers and everything y'all see me doing, that ain't even me doing. That's God doing it. I'm still sitting on my hands because as long as I'm out the way, God can show up in the way.
You gotta get out here.
But if you get in the way, He give you free will. If you get in the way, He not gonna be in the same way where you at. And also, if I'm around you all day long, I better be learning something from you. Because if I ain't learning from you, I ain't trying to be around you.
No, that's a waste of time.
Straight up.
We're gonna be around the same. There's so many niggas. They be in groups. They do the same stuff every day. Nobody is elevating. Nobody is growing. But just because that's my man's, that's my cousin, or this, that, and the third, that's who I know. That's a lot of reasons why a lot of people fail won't go nowhere because they're used to what they know. What you know ain't never profited you. Like I was saying earlier, that's why you ain't got no millionaires in your family. How can somebody really be? I do not understand that, bro. There's so many people just content with just waking up doing the same thing every day and don't even try to take a risk to make it change. But don't even understand. And I'm gonna tell y'all this was 8 years ago. I ain't had a job in 8 years. I say that with pride. I had no job in 8 years because I chose to take a risk. Now, when I started off, it was
Rocky.
What was it? I was being outside trying to figure out how I'm gonna make this, and it ain't coming from like a pack necessarily, something like that. You really just gotta wait to see how it's gonna go
Right.
outside. Nah, but I stood with it. When you try something new, you gotta learn lessons. You ain't gonna pick it up all the time. You gotta learn lessons with it. And I learned lessons with it. Now I wake up when I say, bro, I wake up when I want. I can stay asleep. I can stay in the house for probably a week or two straight, seriously, and don't have to do nothing. And I'm not gonna get fired from nothing. I still have both of my cars, and my daughter's still gonna be well taken care of.
Boss.
Seriously, I've been doing that for eight years now. Like I said, it does have days when it's hard because I mean and anybody know when you're an entrepreneur, it ain't never 100% smooth. Every day is 100% profit. I'd be lying if I told people that every day 100% profit. But as long as you get up and you get out, then you have a chance to make something. But if you stay
get off.
Get off.
When you want to, right?
Get off.
I go when I want to go. Sometimes you gotta get
Tell
up.
somebody I get off. Like, I just had a situation the other day. I just told everybody. My daughter actually got invited to do a playground ribbon cutting with the mayor.
I seen that.
Yeah, she got to do that for real. Bro, I was sitting up in the parking lot ready to do Instacart, and I remember I had called my daughter's mother. I was like, "Hey, you feel me? Who like, yo, what you doing? Yo, you done that?" She was at the school getting an award for the parent, appreciation.
Right.
I'm like, "Oh damn, where Danny, our daughter?" She's like, "Down at the playground, bro." I cut that app off so fast, flew down there. I got there just in time to see, everything get ready to unfold and all that for real.
I seen
But
that.
how simple, that's why I said, it is truly bliss to be able to just, oh yeah, let me go do that. There is nothing ever, when I say nothing is ever standing in my way for me showing up for my kid. There is no excuse for nothing. I don't have it because I wake up when I want, go to sleep when I want.
Ooh, that's she was saying it again.
Wake up when I want and go to sleep when I want. I'm 32. I ain't even, technically on paper yet a millionaire, but I'm creeping up on it. Believe that.
You rich in spirit.
Oh yeah, that's what I said when I was telling you a minute ago. I just realized I'm already wealthy in ways that I didn't know before because in my mind I thought that wealth was financial. But when I really woke up and realized that it's so much more deeper than financial.
My wife woke up at I guess like 2:46, 2:47 in the morning. She said God woke up and he was talking with her. She didn't know why she was up. But he said to her, tell your husband that all his support is not going to look like him. So I guess she get back to sleep after that, I get up in the morning and she said, hey, I said, yeah. She said, I got something to tell you. She said, I said, what's up? She said, last night I was up. You was sleeping, snoring. She said, but God was dealing with me and he told me to relay a message to you. I said, what's the message? She said, look in my eyes, and she said, baby, he told me to tell you that ain't none of your supporters gonna look like you. I'm like, oh, okay. A couple of days later, I think I went to the dentist, right? Because I told you I was getting money and I had to go to my mouth and I tried to do the best I could with going being gone and stuff like that. Because in prison, they don't take your teeth with you. They won't pull them. So I got messed up teeth and whatever. I'm trying to get my mouth right because I'm a motivational speaker too. So I'm like, shit, I can't be in people's faces. Messed up. Go in there, Glen Burnie Dental. Shout out to Glen Burnie Dental too, man. Best dentist in the world to me. So I'm in the chair, looking at me over, examining my teeth, giving me the little payment plan thing. And I say, man, it's gonna cost like $50,000 for us to do all that, man. You did the best you could being in prison. Your teeth look better than some of the people that's free out here. But you did the best you could, but it's gonna cost us about $50,000. I said, all right, cool. So now, humanly, I'm like, man, how in the world am I gonna get $50,000, right? And I said, I'm gonna trust God. Got the payment, got up out the chair, the shades off, gave his little goggles back. When I went to another went like this, I run into another brother. Brother standing back. Let me wind back. I told dude my testimony, but I told you in the chair, right? He's like, man, that's amazing. Like, God dang, right? But the guy that was standing behind us, he was standing there when I got up and go to leave. He was like, he puzzled too. I'm looking at him like, he's like, how you doing? I said, I'm good. He said, I heard the tail end of what you were saying to the doctor. He said, can you tell me the first part of it? I'm pissed off down $50,000. I'm like, shit, man, I gotta get my teeth fixed, right? You know what I'm saying? You trying to talk to me, man? I'm like, who is you? Guess what he said? I'm the owner. He said, man, come on back here in my office, right? I said, all right. So I follow him in the office, right? So he go on the computer. He's like, man, tell me your story again. He on the computer. What's your name? Christopher White. He on the computer, put my name in, right? He looking over the stuff with your guy, looking at x-rays and everything, looking at everything. Man. So I tell him the testimony again. When I get to the part of my Obama stuff, he stopped hitting the keys. He said, hold up, how long you was gone again? I said, 19 years. He started typing again. When I got up with the thing, he gave me the paper. He redid the paper. Hallelujah. God did it. God did it. 50,000, I hit a piece of zero. Hold up. And I ain't gonna start giving y'all these, y'all. I ain't gonna start giving. So why you keep smiling so much? Why would I stop?
Yeah, for 50.
Why would I stop?
Yeah, no.
Hope, and let's go start praying. And this God, that's what God do. He gonna use whoever he need to use to get his point across, right? To get that work done. The man not only did that for me, right? But he said, I love the work you're doing. I'm working in another organization at this time, helping somebody else's vision. Like, everybody, stop helping. Get your own vision. Stop trying to push somebody else's vision. What I was doing, trying to help somebody else, and it was causing conflict with us because they went there done a certain way. God already showed me how we gonna win with it, but they so jealous and so envious of what God's showing me, they don't even want to implement what I'm telling them. So God said, listen, I'm getting ready to remove you. I said, okay, where you going? Where you gonna take me at? Dude said, come in the office. I'm working at another organization. Come in the office. He said, man, listen, you're a nonprofit. I said, nah. He said, damn, I want to sow into you, right? Because I believe in what you're doing, right? So I said, I'm not no hater. I know you got I come to get you because I know you got the 501c3, right? Man, you be probably cool though. So I bring you to the table, man. You sitting down with the bosses, right? So he talking. He said, what you do? He asked you about what you do. Really, you ain't making no sense to him for real. The only reason why you sit at the table because of me, right? That anointing got you at the table. But you think that you, because you fly and you, who you is and your title, you think you got yourself there when you ain't. I got you there through the anointing God got on my life. I got favor with him, not you. So he talking and he's like, yeah, man. He said, well, so, what you got going on? You tell him everything you got going on and all that. He really ain't feeling you. But because of me, he gonna mess with you anyway. So he say, well, Chris, what you think? I said, man, I don't think you just gonna get banged. Whatever you gonna give me, man, I'm getting to him. You feel me? I ain't always legit as far as, being able to give you a write-off or whatever, but man, yeah. So boom. He said, all right, Chris, I'm gonna write you a check for $3,000 every month. Right? I ain't got a 501c3, but you do. I said, all right, cool. I said, yeah, cool. I said, so, man, I'm gonna give you $3,000 every month. Ain't nothing. You the one got the drink. I don't want nothing from you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna help you. How is it that if I'm giving you $3,000 a month, you still won't go and do what you saw down there at the Cultural Arts Center the other day? Why we got still food bank molded food coming in when I'm giving you cash money and you tell me that I ain't doing nothing for you?
You really want me to take?
Tell me.
Because I got personal stuff that I'm taking care of with that.
What?
My rent behind, my daughter needs something, XYZ, my car messed up, my baby mother, I got 4 baby mothers, this, that, and the third.
You
What?
just for right there.
That's exactly what be going on.
But then,
for personal.
But then me and you, we all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving you the checks. If I'm giving you $3,000 every month, right? Wouldn't you give me something back? Wouldn't you give me a couple dollars? Bro, thanks for the, man, ain't nobody giving nobody no $3,000 a month.
No, at all. At all. Not at all.
So here it is, I'm giving you $3,000 a month. You don't give me nothing but your butt to kiss.
That's crazy.
So something happened long way down the line, whatever the case may be. And I told you I was learning the whole time anyway, right? Mm-hmm. The same dentist that's giving me the money, God sent a lawyer from Detroit to his dental office, right? So she in there, you feel me? She got some blue shoes on, and he made small talk with her. You feel me? Like Michigan, got the Michigan blues on. She like, yeah, I'm from Detroit, blah, blah, blah. But you know what I mean? Down here in Baltimore, I'm a lawyer. I do this, do that. One thing my mother told me this. She said, when you got real friends, they gonna mention your name in the room when you ain't in there. Oh, yeah. So my friend, I call him my friend. He called me his friend. He had his baby son call me uncle. It ain't even black. But then to make a long story short, he told the lady about me. He said, I got this friend. He does a drive here every month, right? And man, I'm not sure if he got his 501c3 or not, right? But since you're a lawyer, I need you to help him. She said, oh, no problem. What's his name? Christopher White. When can you get a meeting with us? He said, I'll try to hook it up. He exchanged numbers. Man, I think that was on a Tuesday. He was off on a Wednesday. I came to see him that Thursday. I had the lawyer there the next Tuesday. Came in the next Tuesday. She sat down, we talked, we kicked it, we talked like this. She was really digging me. She felt the spirit on me. She knew that I was doing the right thing. She said, I like you. And we're gonna get you this 501c3. We probably can get it in 3 days. I've been hearing everybody talking about 6 months, a year. You can't. When you believe in God, I'm talking about really believe in God. I ain't talking about no, I believe, but believe you don't. When that lady said, you pray? I said, that's how I got out of jail. I prayed. And I believe. She said, okay. Well, today, man, I talked for like 4 hours. We was in a meeting. We talked 4 hours. And in that 4 hours, she got to learn me. She got to love on me. And now she about to work for me.
That's nice.
And guess what? She said, well, I will have your bylaws for everything written tonight. We will submit your application tomorrow. I ain't go no shortcut way. We paid the $600 and whatever that was that she told me to get to out my card. The $600 whatever, we paid it. Don't you know I got approved in 3 days? But check it out. I got because the paperwork, the dates. I was looking at the dates and we looked at the dates. I got approved in 3 days. Bro, God held my mail up, bro. God held the mail up. Let me see. January, February. We did it in February. So somewhere in like the last part of February, we did it. March, I was approved. So January, February, you got March, April, May, June, July, August, September. 7 months later, I get a letter in the mail saying, congratulations, your tax exempt free 501c has been approved. I'm jumping up and down like, oh, yo, Trish. My wife was like, yo, we got it. I looked up in the corner of the thing and said, I've been approved since March. But guess what? Guess what God was showing me? Nigga, you was operating like you was 501c before you even got that paper. Keep working.
Yeah, you know what he say? You gotta walk in your purpose.
I was walking like I had my name.
Yeah, you gotta walk. Listen, man. I may not. That's what I said. Like, you gotta give yourself the titles that you already see yourself in. When he say you walking in your purpose, he just gonna keep opening up the doors for you.
Sharon got to put that song on. Walking in my purpose, can't nobody stop me.
Keep doing it for real, for real.
Go, you give me something else, because I know I didn't get it.
I just want to piggyback off of this part where, and I like to use this term mindset, you know, with faith connected. You know, on the faith tip, you know, everybody know faith is believing, you know, whatever that case is. But I like to take it, you know, a little step further and then go into, you know, the word mindset. You know where I'm going with? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, you know, hypothetically, let's just say, you know, you say, hey, we looking at an empty field right now.
Mm-hmm.
You say, God, I want XYZ built on this field, a school, a house, whatever the case is. You believe him for it with your faith.
Mm-hmm.
But the mindset is saying something that nobody else sees. A lot of people don't have, you know, that power to be able to see farther.
Right.
And to see into certain things that they want done. They just see, oh, this is just open field, or this house is run down, or this at the third. They don't see when you knock it down and you rebuild it, or you go through and do X, Y, Z, take all the little steps that it takes to make something a bigger picture. Because you know they say, you know, life is like a puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
All the little pieces make up the bigger picture at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people don't never finish it though, because they get tired along the way.
Got a half done puzzle.
You gotta think, God was tired when he was getting beat. When we watched the movie The Passion of Christ, and I gotta watch that movie over as an adult. But I'm, you know, just based off of when I seen it as a kid, that long walk that they took him where he had to carry that cross, half of us ain't never had to go through nothing that serious at all. Where somebody was forcing you to walk with something that weighed over 4 times your body weight.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to walk. You can't stop. We ain't even had to go through none of that type of stuff. But we give up because, Not to mention, and we don't even go through that, but a lot of people just quit because it starts to get hard. That's why a lot of people don't become, because they gave up. Just because, they can't see it at all. It's easier to give up, apparently.
One day I went into my cell, right, and somebody had a piece of paper on my bed. So I'm like, man, what's one of y'all dudes being disrespectful? Like, put some on bed. I said, got my knife, I'm ready to stab somebody. But as I went over there and I got closer to the bed, that's what it was on my bed. It was somebody who really cared about me and just saw my anointing. They saw my passion. That's what it was on it. Footprints in the sand. It was a poem. So I said, hold on, because I never read Footprints in the Sand before. So I'm like, Footprints in the Sand. And this was during my weary times too. When I'm calling home and hearing people answering the phone, I know who answered the phone. They boofing on me, like the money running low, and I'm just going through it at this time. But somebody put that on my bed at the right time. So I start reading this joint. I'm reading. And I'm feeling with the sand because I feel like everybody done gave up on me, right? And then it say, get to the part where it said, well, God, where was you at when I was going through all this? It said, when I look back over my life, I only see one set of footprints. And then God come back and say, nigga, that's because you gave up and I was carrying you the whole time.
That's crazy.
I had to sit there myself and be like,
that's crazy work right there.
God carried me through that joint because I gave up. Even when it came down to the appeals and all that, you know what I mean? They call me, oh, he dumb, yo, the nigga got 16 years. What you doing going down there? He going filing pardon papers. Man, that nigga crazy. I wasn't crazy. I was just going by what God told me. I went step by step and did everything that the Holy Spirit was telling me to do. I did. He said, here, you simple things to confound the wise. So it was crazy to people to see me going down the law library every day trying to get home with 60 years. Oh, but when they called me and told me that I was getting pardoned, you know how many people were trying to grab on my...
I bet they was.
But that's what. But God knew that there was so much hate and jealousy going to be in that prison. Guess what he did? A guy wrote my name to the SIS like a fake ride or something. Got me locked up for no reason. I was like, I'm pitching a B. I'm mad as I'm 52 hot, but I'm ready to be released though. I'm going through all these emotions, but God trying to free me. So sometimes he got to take you out of the situation, put you somewhere and hide you. Because he took me out of population, they put me on lockup. Because had I got the pardon while I was in some population, you know, somebody would try to come over there and hit me or something, try to fight me so I can lose it, right? So he had to take me out of there and put me over there so he released me. I had to go and get released from lockup.
Taking you out of certain situations so you can go into another one, though.
Faith is the substance of things hoped for. That's what you was saying earlier.
Yeah.
Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So the mind can't contain what the spiritual eyes can already see. It's not manifested yet, but that's how it works. It's physical, then it's manifested in the physical, right? But if you can't even create nothing with your spiritual eyes, because everybody ain't got spiritual glasses on right now, they looking with the physical. They're looking at the girl with the big booty. They're looking at the pretty face. They don't see what's really going on in the inside. They don't know she going through this and going through that. They don't know that she going through pain every day. She taking 50 different medicines. They don't even know all that. But that's why I wanted to get to know. I like to get to know the woman. Like, what's going on? How you help? You know what I mean? How can I help you, assist you, whatever problems you're going through?
Asking all the right questions.
Man, my wife had high blood pressure and everything when I got her. I wanted to know, like, how about you want pills? Okay. Well, we'll see how we can get you out of that joint. And then start bringing fruits and vegetables in. Boom, she ain't on no pills no more. Ain't no high blood pressure in the house.
I got this female I talked to for real. You know, we've been like keeping in touch since we was like kids for real. She had like a heart condition that she was born with.
Mm-hmm.
You would never be able to tell though.
Right.
Like when I say she's like stunning, but you would never be able to tell anything that she be going through unless you open your mouth and ask her these questions though, because she don't look it. Right. You don't see it. So I really feel when you say it, like, you know, look, like even my sister, one of my sisters, she got something she dealing with right now. You would never know it looking at her though. Because certain people, they hide. It's so easy, you know, to just let stuff go or, you know, not show it. And a lot of people, you know, like us, we do a great job of hiding what we're going through because we don't want to be looked at as, you know, I'm dealing with this, or I'm struggling, or I'm at a low point, this, that, and third, but not even knowing that those points make who you are.
All your, what they call it, mishaps,
Yeah.
all your dysfunctional parts. So you
Yeah,
have
your skin tough and
my,
everything.
my uneven ears.
Uh,
Some people got lazy eyes, but
I
that's
got
makeup.
one. I think I got two nuts, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna fake it. I know the left one definitely lazy. The right one probably go there sometime, but it's me though.
Right.
That's all that
And I
matters.
don't want to change me, man. I like being me.
The only changing in me is only to go just elevate. Because you know nothing can stay the same.
Nothing changes if nothing changes. Nothing changes
changes.
if nothing changes. And if you're in any kind of environment or you kind of set in, whatever the case may be, and you complacent, and you stuck right there, God not with you.
That's what I said. That being content.
God ain't in
Just
content.
just because. No.
You want to be elevating every day. Every day, me and Miss Critique, we talk on the phone every day. Guess what? We learn something every day.
That's how it's up. The mind is always supposed to learn something. I
I
forget
didn't know that.
what age they said, but at a certain age, like our minds, like if we don't feed it, it just stays there. That's why they say, like, you know, like kids are like the kids are at the ages that they are. Their minds keep growing. They want to learn. They're eager to learn new things. So to put a lot of, you know, they always say it's easier to teach kids a lot of stuff early. And what I try to do is, you know, teach, you know, my daughter stuff that I didn't know early at that certain age. Like even as far as to believe in yourself. That is something it's small, but it's very big. Because you'll see the difference in your child playing on the playground or certain kids that just secluded or have the, you know, like I'm teaching my daughter to be able to, I tell her that when she go out, I want you to tell her what you want. Boys should like speak up, know how to talk, because a lot of things that, you know, a lot of us did not know it's not even fully our parents' fault, because the world wasn't advanced as it was, you know, back then where it is though now. So now to be able to have apps where though you can take your kid out with you to learn, know how to talk to people. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. There are people, kids that don't even know how to say that stuff, bro. And it's the little things.
Yeah.
So, all the little things, man.
Anything else you want to tell the viewers to go out around the world?
Listen, we going up out here. We got more things coming, bigger and better for the future, elevating, connecting people. You know, bro, I'm like you, as you see. I like connecting and putting other people, you know, in places that grow and get elevated in life for real. Connecting pieces that they don't have, because there's a lot of people that want to do things, but they don't know how to because they don't have the connections.
Right.
So, you know, like that's when I did that yesterday when I told you about that. But we got so much traction off of that video. It's insane. In 24 hours, that video did what it did, and it's still going, bro.
Yeah.
I looked at your followers and mine before that. I went back and looked. It's still going, like right now,
Hey,
bro.
keep following me
right
too.
now.
He like follow back.
I keep telling bro, hit bro up. I'm like, you know, I'm trying. I'm just a promoter. That there's bro stuff right here, though. We, you know, but. Yeah, man, I want to, you know, give a shout out to you, my guy. Like, definitely on that for real. Like, that is definitely something, you feel me? And as we seen, even in the comments, people need it. You don't know certain stuff until you put certain stuff out there. But people like, bro, I got over 10 DMs about, dang, you give me the address, this and the third. Like, people really trying to find out that address and everything. I'm like, bro, like, y'all gonna see it just come out Saturday, you feel me? Like, come out there, you're gonna be late for real.
Wow. And we got so much other stuff coming up too. There's a lot of events coming up. Miss Critique, can you got one give them the events for them flyers you just put up, them beautiful flyers I seen going around? I seen about 7 or 8 of them joints, different joints back to back. New salon.
As you can see, I was trying to chill today.
Oh man. So you need to head up.
We have a lot of events coming up. What am I going to start with? June. It is June, right?
Yes, it is.
It is June. So we have June the 22nd is Juneteenth event, and that is in Centennial Park with my good friend Cheryl D. Gray, and the whole team. We're going to be doing. I'm actually hosting. I thought I was just doing the fashion segment, but I'm actually doing both. Just found that out. So I'll be hosting that with Cheryl D. Gray for her event. This is the, I want to say, third or fourth. I gotta look at the flyer again, but no, it's the fourth. The fourth annual Juneteenth event with them. Last year it was over about 400 or 500 people there. Again, it's free, but you do have to register and everything like that. We try to have some type of head count to make sure any type of like special gifts and stuff like that she gives out, that we have enough for everybody. It's always a lot of vendors and stuff like that. You also can come. You can see the models, on the
Are you looking for vendors?
We are still looking for vendors. Tomorrow is actually the deadline for the vendors. If you can, get in while you can, do that. It's going to definitely be worth it. You can reach out to myself, or you can reach out to Cheryl D. Gray, or just hit me up and I can give you the information so that you can get that done by tomorrow. If they have not fulfilled all of the spots, then we will, extend the registration, but it probably will be more money. So you want to try to get in as soon as possible.
The early bird.
Yeah, get the early birds in. We also have June. We're going to be doing the Natural Hair Care Expo with Malika over at Dreads and Heads.
Okay, shout out Malika.
Just I know they're doing a model call. The model call might have been today. I need to reach out to her about that. I think it was today. Or it's coming up June the 9th or something like that. But I'll get the information. You can, I have the flyers on all of my platforms. There's a lot to remember. We got some things going on at the 1920s social restaurant. We do salsa night every Wednesday. We're going into Mondays. We're going to be doing the Blue Monday, which is, kind of like jazz music, blues,
That's what
and
I'm telling you
all
about.
that good
I
stuff.
told them about you already.
We just did
Sound like a butt.
it was this year is my 21st year anniversary in business, doing productions and everything like that.
Hey, big
So
shout
we
out to
just
you,
had,
Phil.
thank you, Saturday, was it Saturday?
The after
We had the
party.
mental health event. That was amazing. That was trying.
Yeah, tell them about that. Tell them about that joint.
It was definitely a lot of work, a lot of trials and tribulations, but we got through it. Not even trials and tribulations.
That was
More
a lesson.
like obstacles.
We had a lesson.
Lessons.
Oh, man,
But we had a lot of lessons within those lessons. So again, I'm the big believer in power of manifestation, as well as just figuring things out. Right? Sometimes God shifts you so that it can happen in His way and not yours. So no matter what, we were definitely gonna have it. It just wasn't meant for us to have it in that location.
there.
So again, with that, we were able to do it the way that we wanted to do it, and not the way that they wanted us to do it.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
He was just talking about that, being his own boss.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's all about vision. If you have it, then you have to also learn how to maneuver around being able to do things in a way that not only is your vision, but God's vision.
Yeah.
And the way that they wanted us to do it, we would not have had the vendors, we would not have had the fashion segment, we would not have had the whole mental health thing. It had only been the food giveaway, but that was good for who, you know what I mean?
The people who
So-
want us to write us out there.
Right. To say, hey, we got people on you here, but what are you doing to benefit him, or how else are you benefiting
Right,
people?
right.
So again, shout out to all of the vendors that was our sponsors that sold into being able to get the vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. Like, there was so much food there. I mean, we had people stopping in the streets, parking, just double parking.
So you had a club in
And
there.
everything.
They said you run the club.
I was
Double
listen.
park from
It is
Marlboro all the way up.
always a freaking party with us. Like, it is one big event. We had the entertainment from the designers. We had artists that showed up. And then we had an after party afterwards that was nice. R&B, spoken word. We had Cam and the Cam Sounds and the Vibe, who it's a band, and they did their thing. We had Erica. We had some. We did a talent show last month at the University of Baltimore. I was one of the. Well, I actually host that too, and we chose a few winners, and one of the prizes were interview with Power Form Radio, and then they got an opportunity to perform at our venue. And out of that, we have other events that they were going to be booked for and stuff like that too. So, you come around us, we like the winning team. There's so many things
We are the winning
that
team.
you are able to be exposed to more, opportunities. And like I said, there's a ton of events coming up, from fashion shows. I have what is it called? From the backyard to the park, which is August the 9th. That's with Mr. Carlos and Eric, who are school educators, and they're doing this event. This is their third year doing this, and they're doing this in honor of like the educational system, inspiring the youth and stuff like that, to just keep doing what it is that they need to do, and to follow their passions and stuff like that, and also get a good education. Right. So we are looking for sponsors for that event as well, vendors as well. Again, we are just busy this whole entire summer. And as you see, I haven't spoken about anything that I'm doing yet personally. Those are all events that I'm just on and helping with and stuff like that. So, we are a part of it. Critique Empire is a part of it. But I also have my own events. We're opening up July the 5th. I had to actually, because of all these other events, I pushed my grand opening back a little bit so I can kind of focus on it a little bit more. So July the 5th, we'll be opening the House of Critique boutique and salon in Columbia.
Grand opening, grand close.
Shout out to that.
Yeah, so that will be July the 5th, 12 to 5 p.m. Again, y'all already know I'm always doing fashion. I might do like a little sneak peek showcase of my new line that I've been working on, that I will be showing in September at New York Fashion Week. That's one of my events.
You've been selling us some stuff,
Yeah, I took a little break from it, but I'm coming back. So I got to sew when I leave here and do hair. So when I leave here, so yeah, it's a blessing to keep to stay busy, to be productive, and to my goal is to always help. Not as I'm pursuing my passion and my purpose, I'm also helping other people pursue theirs. So that's how my business operates. So I manage a lot of people, from DJs, models, designers, vendors, to business owners and corporations. I do marketing and branding for a lot of them. So again, it's a lot of PRP worker, mental health. I am a mental health advocate. So I am a psychiatric rehabilitation coordinator. I'm actually getting ready to go to University of Baltimore myself to get a degree in psychology. So, to be a therapist. So yes, there's a lot going on. Again, all blessings, and just join the winning team, and you never know what might happen. You might get a job, you might get a few modeling gigs, or other opportunities and stuff like that. We're looking for interns and other podcasters that would like to actually join the Powerful 100 team. So if you are interested, please hit me up. Because we need some help over here. I want to give some people opportunities to get into this, like for real.
For real.
So the opportunities definitely are here, and even with the youth, I like working with the youth. So if anyone they're looking to get into photography, videography, again podcasting. You want to do red carpet events. We cover a lot of big events, which is this like CIAA. We do Preakness every year. We do out of state events and stuff like that too. A lot of events coming up this summer. So again, and we're going on tour this year. I don't know how the heck I'm gonna fit it in, but we're gonna fit that in. We're gonna do a 6-city tour this year. I was gonna do 10, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do 10. But we're gonna do 6 this year, and I'm looking for artists, models, designers, to be on that as well. So again, all of the flyers are on my page. You can also go to my website at critiqueempirellc.com. And yeah.
I can't. So it's summer.
We got the summer camp. So the summer camp is again something that's dear to me. We've been doing it for 4 years now. We took a break last year, so this is actually our 3rd year in a row doing it. Took a break last year from it. And with the summer camp, we teach the kids cosmetology, barbering. I also get guest speakers to come in. I've had DJs come in and teach the kids. We also teach them about financial literacy, and I teach them about etiquette. You know, how to eat at a table, how to clean behind yourself, clean rooms, and you know how it is important to make your bed every day, and you know, cleanliness. We teach them about sanitation and stuff like that, the importance of appearance, and you know, it's a lot that we do. We do fun field trips, and then at the end of the summer, after the program is done with, we have Family Fun Day, which I always do I do Family Fun Day around my birthday because it's something I like to do, like to give back to the community and stuff like that. So we do like free hot dogs, hamburgers. Powerful and actually helped me sponsor that one as well. And yeah, we have vendors. We do the little fashion segments. Games and stuff for the kids, and you know, so with this one, we're gonna actually be taking the kids on different field trips that's gonna teach them not only about just fashion but about history. So we're gonna be going to a lot of more museums and stuff like that. So yeah, this one is gonna be fun. I'm excited.
Fun.
Yeah, so we do still have spots available. I'm looking for children from 6 to 16. I do take them a little younger if they are able to, you know, be on their own. Not so much I have to, like, you know, change diapers and stuff like that. As much as I love working with kids, I have to be able to, you know, watch everybody and be attentive to everyone. So, yeah, 6 to 16, it is a co-ed, boys and girls. Not just girls, but boys and girls. A lot of people be like, well, I don't want to get my kids into modeling. It's not all about modeling. That's why we're teaching them about cosmetology as well as barbering for the boys and stuff like that. And then sometimes you get girls that want to be a barber. I do both. I do both. I don't just do hair. I cut hair too. So, yeah, so it's something fun for the kids, get them off the devices. It's Tuesday through Friday, and then Friday is the day that we take our fun day trips. They've been, you know, to swimming pools and stuff like that. We go to what you call them?
We're gonna hit 6 Flags.
Yeah, we go to 6 Flags. We did do 6 Flags
last one.
The year before that, but we are definitely gonna do 6 Flags this year because it is the last time. So we're gonna do 6 Flags. Like I said, we're gonna go to DC. It's a museum in DC, and that we're gonna take them to. It's a few places. But yeah, so and then we have we'll be ending the tour with New York in September for New York Fashion Week. Again, it's always fashion and entertainment with me. So we have artists that will be performing, you know, and it's an opportunity to come out and actually see how New York Fashion Week is. It's very exciting. It's cool. You never been?
Oh, you know I've been.
I've
been. He said he never been. That's what I said. He said he never been.
Yeah, I think that it's definitely an experience. This will be the first time I actually did my own event in New York Fashion Week, during New York Fashion Week. Let me see that. But when I go, I also like to find other than my own event. I actually take the models and stuff to other events so they get to experience different types of shows and stuff. So, yeah.
I want to be a vendor.
You want to be a vendor? Yeah, I know you want to be a vendor.
That's on all the call. Rich White in the building down here. All y'all books, come get your books.
Yes.
Be a vendor.
So, but yeah, that is, I mean, that's pretty much it. And then we end the year with the TNT Holiday Foundation. Basically, like I said, the TNT Holiday Foundation is something that me and my daughter started in 2018. It started just by giving back. I took them. I believe that at some point in time in life, all children should have an opportunity to, you know, be humbled and to give back to the community. So we started off with one of my girlfriends was doing a tea and blanket event, and then she had McDonald's had sponsored her and gave sandwiches and stuff like that. And we were right out there by 83, where the across from the jail, Bookings over there. It's a shelter over there. And yeah, we just was right in front of the shelter. It was at the time, you know, they have like curfews, so they were outside. So we, you know, gave them blankets and stuff like that and the tea. And my daughter was sitting there, she was crying on the way home, and she was like, it was a little girl that was my age, and they had to say, they gotta stand outside. And it like that right there, that one time taking them started this whole TNT Holiday Foundation, and it's been since 2018. So we started that year. I think I took them in November because it was around Thanksgiving to that event, and then that next month, like during that ride back home, we created the TNT Holiday Foundation, and we collect toys and clothes. Over the years, one of my other sponsors and my good friend, Benita over at Bright Futures Ahead, she also is a mental health program. That's how I started in the mental health program, 2019. And she actually helped me with donating. Me and her put together, and we put some families in hotels during the holiday. So over the Christmas holiday, we would get the hotel, make sure the kids, however many kids they have, we always make sure we, whether the age, whether it's a boy and a girl, and we would put packages together for them. So when they wake up, they have the clothes, the toys, and we also gave them food and stuff. So we try to keep them in a hotel at least like 2 or 3 days for the whole holiday weekend, and we managed to do it. And we even helped a family last year.
Mm-hmm.
So we did a little different last year because I had the store, so we had the kid they came to the store.
Yeah.
I actually, that was the first time I did it like that. I actually always play Mrs. Claus, and we go to house and pass out all of the toys to house out. So my daughter was kind of upset that we did not do that last year. So we ended up, Chris found a family that came to the store that day, and they had actually just lost their house. So we got all the toys, all the clothes, and we got all their sizes and stuff. And that night, about 2 a.m, I was up taking the stuff to the house. So that was nice because I actually was able to do it the way my daughter liked to do it. So I'll be doing that again next year, going back to house visits. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just nice to have the community get involved with things like that because it helps us. Because again, I can't do it by myself. I'm not rich. I'm not out here playing celebrity or nothing like that. I'm not famous or nothing. I'm just average person, just like everybody else. I ain't damn sure I ain't getting no grants. We need it though. If y'all want to pass them out. But but again, we do this out of the spirit of kindness of our heart. I love giving back. I love helping people because again, we are only one turn away from being homeless ourselves. Okay, anybody can be laid off. A fire can happen. Like the guy. I think he's from Baltimore. I can't remember his name, but he was in Atlanta. They had a tornado, and the whole block, his house was the only house. His house was built from the ground up. Recently. This just happened.
Oh, I think I know you talk about for real.
A little short.
Yes, dark skinned dude with the ball. He was on wire. Yeah. He lost his whole everything, and his son ended up in the hospital. Like he ended up in the hospital too, but he came out. His son was still in the hospital. So luckily he's still alive, but you just never know. Like anything can happen. So that's why I always tell people if you're blessed to have a different tax bracket than others, just be humble and give back.
Giving back.
When you give back, I'm telling you, when you start giving back to people, even if I don't care if you got $1, if you got $1 to give, like So again, we are taking donations for the summer camp as well. So if you would like to donate to that, you can do so by sending in your donations to the Cash App TNT, that's TAND, Holiday, and the number's 18. So TNT Holiday 18. Again, you can reach out to me if you would like any of the information. Any donation that is given, it goes to material. It goes to helping us keep the venue, the building, because you gotta pay bills and stuff like that. And to go on the trips and stuff. And there's always child who can't afford it either. So if it's money left over from the donations and it can cover a child or two or how many other we can take on, I never like to tell a kid no because their parents can't afford it. There's been time my kids couldn't do something because like, Mommy ain't got it right now. Maybe next time. But if we can take on more kids that who parents can't afford it, we can at least help them pay half of it, pay a whole week or something, then we use the money for that. So again, we appreciate any donations and just come out, support, come out on Saturdays and eat a hot dog with us. Come get some food. Yeah.
You got any last words you want to say?
Hey, I appreciate both of y'all for letting me have this opportunity to come and kick it with y'all tonight. And I said it was weird that both of y'all know each other because I know both of y'all on separate terms. I modeled for her, and then I met you, so it was like, then the three y'all know each other. But you know, that's how God works.
Tag team.
Yeah.
When I tell y'all, I've been saying, I'm asking God to align me with people. It's just effortlessly.
The power, it is
I didn't have to do nothing. I was working that day.
the tongue.
Yeah.
It's power in the tongue. I say this all the time about I tell my mother this, right? Because my mother is one of them people that I don't even think she understands how powerful she is.
Right.
Because whatever she say happen. So I tell her, when you're talking about me, don't say nothing but I'm gonna be a millionaire and I'm gonna be successful. Because if you say it, I know it's gonna happen. I say, so don't speak no negative energy on me. But it is power in the tongue. Like I literally write out all like they say, write it out, make it plain. Like I literally have journals after journals. I sleep with a journal beside me. So when I wake up from my dreams in the middle of the night, I'm writing it out so I won't forget. And then I sit there after that and I step by step, I write out my goals from short term, long term, and I write out step by step how I need to do it. And then I'll check every year. I do like an audit of everything that I've done over the year. And if I have not accomplished something, I write it down for next year. I didn't do this year, I'm gonna do it next year.
You keep track of it better when you write it down.
I
You
got
can
a whole,
see it, right?
I got about 18 journals.
You don't forget none of it because it's on paper.
Yeah.
You just see it.
We just
Yeah.
talking about that.
When
Yeah,
you don't
even in
see
my
it,
phone.
you can't remember.
If I don't have my book near me,
Yeah.
I got notes. That's what they got notes
That
for.
note thing in your
Yeah,
phone.
it's in my
real
phone.
talk. Yeah, real
Anything,
talk.
I be like, I have literally, it's titled the manifestations, it's titled goals, it's titled business, all that. So again, it's power in the tongue and it's power in the faith of believing. Because even though you may not see it, it may not happen right now, today, tomorrow. It might happen 10 years from now, 5 years from now. You cannot give up. Because if I gave up, I wouldn't be able to say I've been in business for 21 years. You know, I couldn't say that I've helped over 100-something models, and I'm probably almost at 2 or 3 by now. So again, you know, even designers, it's been this about the same.
You probably help about 1,000 models because you got to think of the people you help who ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, listen, it's a lot of them. It's a lot of them that come under me and they try to go do the same thing I'm doing, and then they come back to me and they say, I don't know how you do it, but thank you for showing me the way. And I'll give anybody advice. Because guess what? Nothing that anybody else do is going to take away from what I'm doing for myself.
I know.
Nothing. Because what's meant for you is for you at the end of the day. So, I'm just blessed to be here.
The God I serve, I ain't never known him to deliver my blessing to nobody else's address anyway.
Ever.
You don't make mistakes with that. Either it's for you or it's not. And he don't withhold one good thing, so if you in line with him, he definitely gonna make sure you got what you supposed to have.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like nobody can't take you can't take what's mine. Like shit, I don't care because y'all around my wife. If that's my wife, then guess what? She gonna do the right thing. If it's not, then that made them. She wasn't all mine in the first place. So I ain't tripping about nobody coming in there looking better than me, more fit than me. I know what I possess. You feel me? And if I lose her, that means she wasn't up mine because you can't lose none that ain't yours. You feel me? And you can't keep none that ain't yours. So that's what I'm saying. So when you put that ring on, or whatever the case may be, however, you're supposed to be able to keep it. And a lot of people is like getting these divorces and stuff like that. They not seeing it all the way through. They ain't working through nothing. They ain't got no communication, and they just letting everything just running havoc right now. Like where the love at?
Yeah.
We got this saying in the car community, built, not bought. So that basically goes along with, like, the cars that we build. Somebody could pull up next to me right now in the Hellcat and it wouldn't make a difference because we just talking about this on some stock. It's like, so that's one of those type of cars for real. Compared to like a Crown Vic or Grandma piece, like how me and my guys do and stuff like that. His car couldn't compare to mine because he went to the lot and just bought that. He ain't put none of the time, effort into taking all the process of changing the parts out, going through the stress of seeing what it is to cut stuff up, this, that, and the third, to make certain stuff fit. Built, not bought is always better. That goes along with your relationships and stuff like that, marriages, friendships, your kids, all that for real. You build it, but you just go purchase it. You know the value of it.
Yeah, you definitely value it a lot more.
More.
That's just like I always say, whatever you work for, it's that you're gonna value it more than what's given to you. If you haven't worked for it, it's like you're not gonna care about it.
Because you don't know what it took to get it.
Yeah.
You don't know
Not
you
at
don't
all.
know none of that for
If
real.
you put that work in and it's sweat, tears, all of that good stuff, hard work, long hours. I mean, I tell people all the time, I literally left the post office after working there for 12 years. When I first started, I was only 17 years old. Okay. I made my first 2 to 3 years, about 7 years, I was making over $100,000 a year. That's how much I was working. I worked 7 days a week. I had no kids. I was working holidays. I was telling the ones that had kids, you ain't gotta work because I'm gonna work. You get what I'm saying? But once I had my kids, I was like, all right, I'm not working holidays. They cut off the holidays anyway, so that was a blessing for me too. So, but if you can work that hard for somebody else, why can't you work that hard for yourself?
We just were saying that too.
Yes,
You come back, hold up. You come back and talk. You recapping over this joint.
No, so it's dead ass. It's like people that, if you're afraid to start something of your own, then you're afraid of success. Because that's the only way you're going to be successful is to do the work. And if you can go punch the clock for somebody else, you can
build
punch
an
the clock for
empire.
yourself.
Why you
Yeah,
can't
you
build
working
your
for
own?
them. You know what they say? The saying is, if you don't work on your own success and in your own dreams, you're going to be helping to build somebody else's dream.
Every day.
You're going to be working for someone else.
Well, let me say it like this. I'm not using my bricks to build your house and I'm outside.
Right.
At all. Not gonna be outside.
Right.
No.
Right.
You got people building other people's houses with their bricks and then they got to knock on the door and ask for some sugar.
Right.
Oh, no. When I build this joint, we going to build this joint together and we all going to be inside like this. We can open doors and let people in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't
And you
doing
can
that.
choose who is coming to that door. That's the thing. When you imagine going to work and you don't like half of your coworkers.
I used to, it was the smallest thing I didn't like back when I was a supervisor at UPS. They used to always tell us we had to shave.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be out here looking like, and I was with my face, and I'm looking like I'm just super young when I shave. So I'm out here looking like, I'm losing, I was in a relationship at the time, but like even then, like my daughter's mother was like, I was just playing with your child. So I'm just like, oh God. You can get told. I'm getting in arguments with my supervisor because I'm like, bro, I'm not shaving no more. I'm not doing that. Like, we're not about to do that. Took that risk. I ain't looked back ever since.
I'm just saying, how does having a little facial hair on your head, on your face?
It's dictation.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
It's
They used to tell people
control.
like they used to tell the guys like they ain't want certain guys to have dreads, being a supervisor. It was the dumbest stuff. It's dictation.
Yeah.
Empowerment. You want to feel as though you got the right to say so with somebody.
Yeah.
I'm not about to live my life like that.
Corporate world.
Yeah, no.
I just got out of corporate world again.
Not
And
doing that.
I'm like, I will never do it again. Like, I don't care how much money it is, I will never do it again. Because you're not happy. You are never going to be happy until you start following your own dreams and you make some things happen for yourself. I'm not saying don't go out here and work at all. Because
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I still.
But also, if you are not able to, only work for yourself, like at the end of the day, at least do something. Don't just go work for somebody else and that's it. You go home, you go to sleep, you go do it again. Because that's what's going to happen is you're going to be repeating the same day over and over again, every day. And that's what I got tired of working at the post office. I literally, it was to the point where I would take my route and rearrange my route every single day just so I wouldn't feel like I was doing the same thing.
Repetition.
But I was still doing the same damn thing. I was still coming in there, sorting the mail, taking the mail, delivering the mail, coming back, doing overtime, coming back, delivering packages. Like, who the fuck? And the rain, hail, sleet, snow, and I also say hurricanes because I was out there too. And the whole city shut down, but you got us out there delivering hurricane mail where you can't even see it. Soaked down to my drawers, okay, and socks. And you can't see. You know what they did? They didn't call us off the street till 4 o'clock. Made us come in at 5 a.m. They didn't call us off the street till 4 o'clock in the morning. I bust my knee up before they called us out on the street. Now I'm soaking down to my socks, right? Next morning, now my ride was waiting for me because I ain't ride out there about the past stuff, right? My ride outside waiting for me. So of course I'm getting called off the street. I'm ready to go back home. I'm wet, right? Next day I could not walk. That's how bad I messed my knee up. I could not walk. I called them, let them know what's going on. They say, well, why you ain't tell us? They wrote me up for not telling them that I hurt myself. and then had to go spend a day in Concentra at work and couldn't walk. I couldn't bend my knee or nothing. I was out of work for 2 more months after that. While I was out, they did not pay me. I had to go through a whole union situation just to get paid.
But somebody else was probably out there doing your job, though.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen,
You replaced one of the job force.
I didn't, with another reason, I could go on and on about this stuff. But my last decision kind of like, and it wasn't even the last decision, I went back even after this happened. But it took me a minute to be like, all right, I'm done. I'm so done. And that year was already going to be my last year in my mind, but I was going to wait till December, save my money up, wait till the end of the year. God said, no, that's not what I want you to do. January, New Year's week. I'm at work, federal government job. This girl gave me a lace cookie on the job.
Wow.
On the job. I did not know it was a lace cookie. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke. I don't nothing. I barely drink. Anybody that know me know I'm a lightweight. I'm not gonna make it. Okay. Girl gave me a lace cookie, and I can tell you exactly the time frame. About 5 o'clock, she gave me about 5:15. She gave me the lace cookie. I ate the whole damn cookie. I was hungry. I thought it was freaking chocolate chip cookie. It tastes goddamn funny. I even said, hold up, is this an oatmeal raisin cookie? Like, what kind of cookie is this? And I can laugh about it now. But me eating that one cookie caused me to basically have a minor stroke. And I got home like this. In front of my kids, okay? They had to call the ambulance. I lost all my feeling on my right side of my body. Rushed in the ambulance. I had to learn how to walk again. I had to walk with a walker for 2 months. Okay? The girl that gave it to me, we had a whole meeting and everything. She looked me in my face and said, I gave her the cookie. But it wasn't nothing in it. Then how the hell I get this shit in my body? That's the only thing I ate before I left. The only thing. Okay? I'm thinking my circulation being cut off on my socks too tight. I'm like, it's hot as shit, man. What is going on? Feel my heart, Auntie. Feel my heart beating on my chest. I done saw the light today. I'm looking up. I'm looking at the sun in the sky and the ceiling. The ceiling is opening up. I was gone. Okay? So these are stories. Only people that's close to me know this story. Like my kids is traumatized. They start talking about it, they start crying. And they 18 and 15 now. But they were like 5 and 7 when it happened. You know? So that right there showed me, and again, nothing happened from that situation. You think I got called, but I should be paid right now. You know what I'm saying? No. But because all them people that was in there, they was getting it too. She was a supplier.
Oh, yeah.
So they didn't want it to be investigated. You get what I'm saying? Because then it would have made more investigations and all that stuff. But it's cool because it forced me to make that decision to start living for myself. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to go for that damn job. But God was like, I'm going to push your ass out here. You feel me? I went back a couple months. They even made me work with the girl. Again. Like, so I was like, I can't work. Let me tell you something. If she's still in this building when I walk through the door, it's going to be a problem. So I think y'all might want to separate us. So it got to the point, she ended up bringing herself out because, tax time came. She was a young girl, so we get good checks. She ain't come to work for 2 weeks when tax time came. So they fired her. But you called me up, oh, she got fired. It wasn't because of what she did to me, though. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that still bothered me. I worked for probably 2 more months after that. May 2017, I said I didn't go to work for a whole month. I was traveling. I was in Atlanta. I've been in Atlanta traveling 10 years doing business. That's how I built my following and stuff like that. Right? Came back June. They sent me letters. And one thing about the post office, if you want to keep a job, if you want a job that ain't gonna never let you go to the post office. I don't give a goddamn what you do. You can sit there and do a whole line in front of them. They'll be like, you still got a job. For a whole month, they would send me letters like, you need to come back to work. In 90 days, you don't get. I'm like, shit, just fire me. I wanted to get goddamn unemployment.
Right. It was going to take you 90 days to get fired.
Listen. I went back to work in uniform and everything. Like, that stuff messed me up. Like, it really pissed, like, the fact that, because it showed me that you are only a number to them. I had blacked out on work. I have sickle cell. I had blacked out on work, everything at one point. Even the customer that found me, helped me get back to my car, everything. We called a job, called the ambulance first. Called a job, you know what they was doing? While the ambulance, while they there trying to get me straight, they taking the mail out the car.
We still got money.
Yeah, we still got mail to deliver. You know what I'm saying? So again, you're just a number to them. To these corporate jobs, to these, you know, look how they doing the federal government right now. Look how they doing the Social Security people. They being laid off. I have clients that I did, okay, where they done moved out of state. I had one lady lived in Vegas. She came from Vegas and was here. Been here for almost 3 years. Got laid off, had to go back home. You know what I'm saying? Like, people ain't rearranged their whole life. And then you don't know how you want to eat. That's why I say, one wrong move, you be same situation with these people that's coming out here that really need the food. And at this point, everybody need it. I don't care if you homeless, got a house, got a
He had to
job.
be everything. He had to be early. I took that with open arms.
Exactly.
Let me get that.
Now the money that you was going to use on food can go something
I
else.
just say money. I can go buy my daughter a $30 bag of food.
Exactly. Yeah, and have it for a minute. Right.
Yeah, you feel me? So it's
Oh, he had dog.
Oh,
Over 800 bags. He had 300 bags off of like 20, 30 of them.
There's so much stuff. But it's again, it's really like, you just gotta ask yourself, like, how bad do you really want to live the lifestyle that you want? Even it don't even have to be about money. You don't have to be the richest person in the world. It's just about being comfortable and being happy.
Yeah, this wasn't about money for me. I just wanted to be there for my daughter.
Yeah.
That's all it took. That's all it took. I want to be there for my daughter at any and all costs. I don't never want to give her an excuse. I don't never want her to say my daddy wasn't here because he had to do
no
extra.
or anything.
Yeah, and that's what I say. It's not to say that in that way, but for you that make that personal decision, that was worth it to me. That's all I needed.
Yep.
And here I'm able to say, she can't say her daddy missed nothing.
Yep.
And it's only going to get better because I'm stepping into my calling. It's only going to go better.
Right.
My purpose came alongside me.
Listen, he always got his songs. We got put cutie songs out. Okay? We want to sit down and be like, all right, what songs do you want, Chris? Because when they come on, I'd be like, all right, you play it, you know? But yeah, I mean, again, you know, it's always a blessing to have great people in the building.
Teamwork makes sense.
It was so funny because when I saw the video, I said, Chris, that's one of your models. I said, he done been at the store and everything.
I'm like, who?
Yeah, he was like, who is that? I said, Bandy.
Oh, okay. That's a shit. We definitely about to go look now.
Yeah.
It's so funny because, you know, God will have you just in paths where you don't even know. Like, this person, I always tell people, never be upset when one situation don't happen the way you want it to happen.
Absolutely.
Because if it's meant for you to go through that door, you're going to get there one way or another. It's somebody you connected to. It's more than one person. It's more than one person. Yeah. Trust me. It's been so many situations where I be like, oh, this didn't happen. I done got to the point now where I don't even get mad no more. Like when I don't
tell you, bro.
I don't get mad. Like
I just told him that. Like when you get to that point,
because when you know if something didn't happen the way you wanted it to happen, there's a reason why. God is actually more than like, especially if you are chosen. I already know I'm chosen. My grandmother told me years ago I was born with a veil. So it's a lot of things I see that people don't see. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I know I'm being protected. So if something will happen, I don't give in. Yeah, I just be like, okay. When Chris told me, oh man, we might have to find another. I said, okay. Let me go into my silent mode, my isolation. I turned my phone off for 2 days. And Chris will tell you, my kids will tell you, I would not. I asked my kids the other day, I said, how many days I turned my phone off? They said 2. I said, where was I in my room? What was I doing? On my book and then in strategizing. The first thing I said to him, what's the first place I said to you? Coach All Center. Without even thinking about it. Without even thinking, I said, Coach All Center, I used to work with, I did so many shows with them. I can call them right now and they're going to give it to me. For free.
No charge.
Okay? With no problem. I had one conversation, not even for 30 minutes, and it was done. And I turned my phone off for 2 days. That was just a conversation between me and him.
When you turned that phone off, though, you was in peace and able to get the answer that you was seeking, though.
Oh no, listen, when I turned the phone, the crazy part is I'm so tired and just drained because we had done so much. And again, I do so much in a day. Like I said, when I get finished here, I gotta go finish sewing and do hair. Okay, so my day's not done. But again, it's like at the end of the day, I already knew we was gonna have this event. Where I didn't know. The Coach All Center was the first thing that I said. I already knew that was a given. The thing was, the energy it was going to take now to shift all of this information over from all of these people that we've been promoting for over a month and a half. So the amount of promoting that we did in a month and a half, we had to do in 3 days. That's what people don't understand. That's what they don't see. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot. Not only is
God did it.
Right, it's not just Chris with the food bank that gotta, you get what I'm saying? Now I gotta tell all his people that. Now I got models, I got designers, we got vendors, sponsors, people that might not have been able to make it the last time that can make it now, they could make it, that also donated. Again, so it's like now, and then not even touching base on the public who are promoting too. Okay, so it's so many different points and keys and people involved that, again, it's only 2 people that's doing this. And we had to do it within 3 days, and we had a whole month and a half to promote this event. So, again, you can't allow it to stress you out. Sometimes you got to just take a breather, because I definitely was like, but I was doing other stuff. Now I got to pivot. I got to take a pause on what I was trying to get done and do this now. And put all my focus over here. Because if somebody else would have gave up. Somebody else would have said, well, fuck this shit. I'm done. No. For me, I had my event for the 21-year anniversary was supposed to be in March at the store. When I had to pivot from there, we moved it to May the 3rd here at this building downstairs. When this building didn't go through the way it was supposed to go, I said, okay, Chris, I feel like I need to pivot. Let's just go here. And he had been already saying, well, you going to do the fashion at the mental health? I'm like, I kind of just want to chill. I just want to do the mental health part. God said, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do it all one spot. We're going to do it one day. We're going to get it done. And that's exactly what happened. But then he said, no, Chris, we're not going to do it over here at this museum. We're going to do it somewhere else. Because they're not trying to get you which one. So when he called me, I said, okay, that's fine. Now I'm going to go to sleep. And that's what I did. When I get upset, and not even about getting upset, when something happens, sometimes I just like, all right, I just need rest. I need to sleep because now I gotta dream about what need to happen.
Yeah,
I need to hear the word. You know what I'm saying?
Mindset.
You gotta have a clear mindset. And when I do that, I isolate myself. I don't go around. I just be my kids. You know, that's my safe haven. My kids, my mom, my sisters. That's my safe haven. Because everybody else gonna be.
You should do this. You should do that.
Yeah.
How you ain't gonna do that? Call some stuff.
My kids know when I go in silent mode, especially with Showtime, they know. Leave mommy alone. And if anything, we going out to eat. We do it. My phone is off. We gonna do everything that we want to do. Without my phone rings all day long. Like I could literally take it 6 o'clock in the morning. My phone is ringing. Taking my kids to school. I'm working. I'm up 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning every day. Videos, content, all of that. You get what I'm saying? People don't understand. They don't see that work. They just be like, oh, that's a cute flyer. These flyers I just posted today, I've had over 5 months just already drawn up. Just waiting for those things. Because, again, these are annual events that we do every year. You get what I'm saying? It's in rotation. So, again, it's a blessing, like I said, to be able to continue to do this for so long. But it's a lot of work and experience. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's experience. And sometimes it's not always good experience, but it's lessons. That's all it is. You know? So I don't take anything as like a negative situation. I take it as it's a pivot.
It's gas.
It's definitely gas, especially when people tell me no.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like the word no.
I like being told I can't.
Oh,
he ain't gonna do it.
I can't
He
and
can't
no.
do it. He ain't gonna do it. I was just dealing with something right now with a car tip, man. Yo, a whole bunch of niggas just told me, yo, if my car, one of my show car was messed up for a while. Now, like half the car community was just riding by. Word got back to me. Everybody was, oh, his car trash. He ain't gonna bring it back. This, that, and the third. I done got the red put in there, everything. All I gotta do now is get paint, get the inside done or some carpet.
Mhm.
Wait, show niggas a whole nother. Wait, show them a couple. I love it. I love being told I can't.
Mhm.
I said, yeah, embrace it.
It pushes
Tell me, yeah. Please tell me I can't do something. I'm gonna show you how much I can do.
And you said something earlier about the cars. Like, man, I don't care who pull up and what.
Yeah.
When we get out that car, your rap game better be tight and your dress game better be tight. Because that
for
car
real.
can't go inside this building when we go in there where we got these girls at anyway.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? So yeah, you trying to impress them with the car, but I'm saying you better have
Yeah,
everything
get
else
up
right.
for real.
Cause that car can't go with us.
Nah, real talk.
Yeah.
Real talk on that.
Alright, y'all. I gotta go do hair, y'all.
Alright, so you gonna give me your handle? Give me information how to
Oh
get in
yeah,
contact with you?
so y'all know well, a lot of y'all already know it, but I say y'all know my name to go by Bandy with the Vibes. Oh, just say too, y'all they already know, but just to say I chose to go by my last name because we was talking about this earlier. I go by my last name because I made myself, created my brand, and as y'all know, a lot of brands in the world are from the last name. Make a statement for yourself, change where you come from, change the direction that you go and stuff like that. So, you know, I just wanted to formally say that out here to y'all on the podcast, and then some of my followers already know, but then the people that don't know, yeah, that's what I go by for real. So, Bandy with the Vibes on social media, Facebook, Dan Sean Bandy. My real government name is not no Lil nothing. We are adults now, so you have to go change that. Instagram level_up_Bandy. You can find me anywhere. My hashtag is #Bandy with the Vibes. So yeah,
Bandy with the
appreciate y'all
Vibes.
bringing me on here.
Thanks for coming on.
It's just weird how we was all connected the whole time, but nobody knew it.
You say work in threes. Jesus,
Hey.
God, Holy Spirit, 1, 2, 3.
Mhm, mhm.
That's crazy.
You think you gonna give me your handle again?
I didn't even remember my handle because they done got into my stuff so many times. Let's go with Critique Empire Entertainment. So it's EMPIRE, and it's ENT at the end. So Critique Empire Entertainment. You can follow that one. You can also follow the house, which is HAUS Critique Designs. That is going to be our new store location page or whatever. If you want to go in there, you'll see hair and clothes. That's what I do.
Sound good.
And my IG is Seymour Loyal. Facebook is Carter Chris White. You're on the Power 410 radio show. This is the Be More Loyal Soul Patrol, man. We had a wonderful evening, y'all. We're going to see y'all on Saturday. I'll be there at 8 o'clock. We got them 40 tables out there. We got the cookout going on. We got the journey going to be out there. Mental health. We got Miss Critique going to be out there. You know, she's a PRP specialist. And we got your help. We got your resources. We got your food. We got your sodas. We got your drinks. We got your... It's going to be hot, 85 degrees, I heard. We're going to have them cold sodas for you, man. So y'all come on out and have a wonderful time, man. This is the host, Carter Chris White. And I'll see y'all next Thursday. I'll see you Saturday. Peace.
All right.
We killed that joint.
That was definitely like
It was all the way in Neverland right there.
Yeah, y'all did good.
Them people was putting up hearts.
That was
and
a
everything.
ease too.
And it's like we just vibe off each
That's what I
other.
said
Ain't
there.
unscripted.
Yeah, that was
Who wrote that?
not for real though.
Who put the lights on? Oh, so you said you got to, before you end it, tag you.
Yes. You gotta make it a
Collaborate.
Damn, did it ever record?
What?
Mhm.
It was on. You was
Oh,
on
yeah,
there
people
because I
on that
watched
joint.
both of y'all.
There was a lot of people on
That's
that.
the first. I ain't been live on my gram in like the longest time. So wait, what you do now though? Because I don't see.